Decided 1-0 in the IVL with his loss severely hampering their chances at a league title. We'll take a look at last week's victory over the Vikings as our pregame show continues in just a moment.
This is Jason Jackson. I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these two issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, Housing Program, Career Services Support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Mickey Dale with George Grijalva and Imperial as the Tigers prepare for the Brawley Wildcats. The Tigers coming off a total domination of longtime rival Holtville, racing to a 41-0 lead and cruising to a 41-7 victory. Seth Shaw led the Tigers with a trio of rushing touchdowns, running his season total to 7. Alejandro Perez added his second touchdown, as now he's carried the ball twice, and both times ended up in the end zone.
Yes.
He's got a better ratio than anybody on the team.
I told him when they came up for their interview here, I said,
yeah.
2 runs?
That's it. You can't be more efficient than that, can you? The Tigers' leading ball carrier of the season, Rashard Robinson, sat out the game due to an injury the week before against Calexico. We thought he would be ready tonight. He hoped and told us last week that he thought he would be.
Yeah.
But you're saying he's not going to be.
No, I think he was coming up the stairs just minutes ago.
Yeah, so Rashard will not be able to play tonight against the Wildcats. Gavin Robles started at quarterback for the Tigers, did a great job, completed 9 of 11 passes for 86 yards. T.J. Tiernan added 5 for 8 and 88 yards. Ollie Perez caught in a game-high 7 passes, increasing his total to a team-leading 25 on the season. Freshman Gio Robles caught a couple of passes for 22 yards, his first on the varsity. He also showed his ability with a long touchdown reception that was called back by penalty, but boy, he sure looked sharp.
He looked good. I was talking to the Shane gang, and they were saying how quick he looked up.
Yeah.
And they were right on top of him.
And he's just a freshman. That's the scary part, isn't it? Ethan Gutierrez added 2 more field goals, giving him 6 on the season. He's now had 3rd in the country in punting. Looked it up today. He's 3rd in the country in punting, averaging 51.7 yards per punt. Simply amazing on that. And we'll look at the Wildcats as they're out warming up right now as our pregame show continues in just a moment.
Start that day off right with your favorite treat from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Biggie Dale and George Grijalva here, minutes away from tonight's game between the Tigers and the Brawley Wildcats. I mentioned Ethan Gonzalez is 3rd in the country at 51.7 yards a punt. We talked to him after the game last week, and you even asked him, where do you get the power from?
Yeah, I told him you were so skinny. You're so skinny. So he's a big boy. I didn't realize he was that big.
I didn't either. He's taller than we are. And
not taller.
I think our legs are bigger than his, but he can kick it a lot farther than we can too, I'm sure. So anyways, good talking to him after the game last week. John Phelps Wildcats coming off a 61-12 victory over Southwest and their opening defense of last year's IVL title. 4th-year quarterback Ethan Gutierrez came back from injury after missing a game with perhaps his best outing of the season, completed 10 of 15 passes for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns. It was his 3rd career 200-yard passing game. Sophomore quarterback Matthew Gutierrez, they're not related, same last name, added 4 of 5 for 96 yards and a pair of touchdowns. They gave the run-oriented Wildcats a total of 299 yards passing.
Woo!
Yeah, that's kind of scary. So we've never seen them as a passing team.
No, they're a running team.
Right. And speaking of running, Tanner Carranza paced the running attack with 93 yards of the 198 total and scored a pair of touchdowns. So they put up almost 500 yards of offense last week against Southwest. Captains run on the field right now for the Tigers. Zach Ray, Seth Shaw, Devin Meza, and also Andres Castellum are the captains for the Tigers. And go ahead with their...
Brian Porras, Daniel Camillo, and Ethan Gutierrez.
Yes, there you go.
With the
Ethan at quarterback. This is our last chance to see him. We watched him for 4 years. He's an outstanding quarterback.
He was special for his freshman year.
From his freshman year. And
it looks like he put on a little bit of muscle.
Yeah,
He's still very tender. He looks like he filled out a little bit.
The Wildcats won the toss. They will divert and will kick off to the Tigers. The Tigers will be defending the north goal when we get this kicked off here in Imperial. And Brawley kicking from the south. No wind, well, a little bit of wind we got out there right now. And temperatures around 88 degrees. Lee Elder checking in from Talmadge, Ohio. Temperature there. Let me get my phone turned back on here. Lee is checking in there with 47 degrees, George.
Oh, no.
I know, and then he has to throw in $3.75 a gallon for gas. Well, thanks. We're barely understood.
That hurts even more.
That hurts even more. 47 degrees hurts. The gas may be hurting even more. So, anyway, Lee, thanks for checking in with us tonight, and hope you enjoy the ball game with us. The Pride of Imperial band on the field now. Get ready to go for their pre-game warm-ups as we're just a few more minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game. A full slate of games are scheduled tonight in the Valley. We'll take a look at them in just a moment.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North J Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering. Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast, from omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
The Tigers and Wildcats see it out in just a few minutes, although Central has the week off and preparing to meet the Tigers in Imperial next Friday. All other Valley schools are in action tonight. In the other IVL game, Southwest travels to Calexico, with each team looking for their first league win, so it'll be interesting to keep tabs on that tonight. Meanwhile, in the Desert League, Palo Verde will try to clinch their second title in a row with a win in Holville tonight. Vincent Memorial will keep their title hopes alive by visiting Calipatria up north. And we'll keep you updated throughout the night on the progress of those games. So sit back on this Friday night and enjoy the evening. Listen to the Pride of Imperial Band if you can hear them in the background. We see Mike Swearingen.
Right here.
Right in front of us as the Tigers come out on the field now. Partisan crowd, although there's a big crowd out of Brawley as well here tonight. Got just about a full house. And except for this IVL game. I saw Mike wearing a Bruin cap with the number 17 on the back.
Oh, okay.
Any idea what that might be?
Isn't that their QB?
No, I think he's number 1 now, but I think it has Kilmer underneath. Billy Kilmer. Oh. Remember, he played his throws for the Redskins and some other teams.
Years ago.
Well, it's mine.
Kilmer went to UCLA?
Yeah, I think that's what's on his cap. He puts it on, look on the back, and look like he had that. But anyway, we got to chat with Mike a little bit before the game tonight. It was good to see him. It's been a few years since we've seen Mike, so that was kind of nice to see him. And see Chalo. You have to say his last name? Because I can't roll the R's on Gerardo.
Gerardo.
There you go. Do that. I'll do the Chalo part, and I'll point to you. You do the last name. I'll be working with his wife, Mary, tomorrow. So she's got to get up early with me tomorrow.
Well, okay.
So we'll be down there. So we'll break for one more time. I'll have the kickoff of this game in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here at Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Bo and his team of employees at Dad's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dad's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dad's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo Centro.
Tigers back out on the field with the red jerseys. Tonight they'll go with white pants, red numbers on the jerseys, and then their red helmets with the white piping down the middle. They have their jersey number on the right side and the interlocking IT on the left. And for the Wildcats, they'll be in the white jerseys tonight with blue and gold trim, blue numbers with gold around the numbers. And then blue pants, 2 gold pipings down the down the sides of their pants, and then yellow helmets for the Wildcats tonight. It's been an interesting series over the years because for a while the visiting team won.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, at one point I think there were 8 games and 7 of them were won by the visiting team.
Yes.
We're hoping that breaks tonight. But one thing I also want to mention to you is that we had talked about how Kofa has been down for so long. Right, and we remember how tough Kofa used to be. Well, they were down 29-6 in the second half last week against Alhambra Phoenix, and scored 26 points in a row to win 32-29. Their last win was October 20th of 2017. So almost 5 full years that they didn't win one. That's a losing streak of 39 games. Credit new head coach Pablo Cota, a Kofa graduate in 2014, and he wins in just his 3rd game at the helm. So I thought that was good to get some good news on Kofa.
Congratulations.
For so long.
Tough to do so much.
For 5 years, so you figure 2 full graduating classes, you never had a game. Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be tough on the program right there to get the kids to come out. So why would I go out?
Right. So he's got him playing well there. So that was kind of neat. That's awesome. I wanted to make sure to let you know on that. The Wildcats will be kicking off to open this game. They'll be going left to right, from the south to the north, and Gilbert Valenzuela will be kicking off for the Wildcats. And deep to receive.
Devin?
It is. Devin Mesa is back to receive, and he'll be inside his 5-yard line. See this one up? The Wildcats in this series have won the last 6 games in a row. The last Tiger victory was in 2015. That was their last IBL championship. So Valenzuela kicking it off. Soccer-style kicker, right-footed kicker, ball up in the air. Meza will come up. The ball will hit at the 10-yard line. He'll scoop it up about the 7. Go straight up the field at the 20-yard line. 25, a little bit of a crease. Gets out to the 30, 35-yard line. Going to be dragged down to the 38-yard line. Great return by Devin Meza. Give the Tigers pretty good field position at their own 38-yard line.
Great move. See, right up the gut, and he broke it off to the left real quick. And number 12, Aiden Torres, finally brought him down. Gets by him, and he's gone for TD. The big boy right here. That's Robert Platt. There's still Platt playing.
Right. Roy's listening back in, let's see, Melissa's playing Dennis in Texas tonight. Yeah. Roy back there listening. Let's see who'll be starting for the Tigers. Last week it was Gavin Robles. This week it'll be C.J. Tiernan at quarterback. Seth Shaw will be in the backfield with him. Jared Nixon will be wide to the left. He'll go trips right to open up the ball game for Imperial. C.J. gets the snap. Hands up the middle. Sneak it through. That's and now it's going to be a foot race. He'll be tackled at the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. But a quick run up the middle, and Shaw puts the Tigers in Wildcat territory.
Beautiful blocking by the Tiger front line. Daniel Camille, one of the captains for Brawley, tripped him up from behind. He had already gone by him, reached out and tripped him.
It's going to be a 27-yard run by Seth.
He's got to be one of the longest for the season. No?
Right, that's the second longest season. He had a 44-yarder earlier. But a 1st and 10 Tigers now at the Brawley 35-yard line. They'll go trips right once again. And man in motion to the near side is Oldies press. Hand off again up the middle. This way time he's going to go nowhere. Might get a foot out of it, but nothing more than that. And the penalty flag's going to come down. Robert Platt, after the play, slammed Shaw down after the play was over and about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. That's going to be a 15-yarder. Boy, as a coach, that's really got to anger you because you stopped him for nothing. Yeah. Now you're going to give him a first down and 15 yards.
He couldn't tackle him, though. Nope. He couldn't tackle him. He was trying to wrestle him down. He couldn't do it.
We watched Robert last year. He's an outstanding athlete. He's just a sophomore, but you look at him out there.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, no doubt about it.
And then he looked at the sideline. That was the dumbest thing.
That's going to anger John Self, I'm sure, as head coach over at Brawley. So they'll take this from the line of scrimmage from where the end of the play was, not where he slammed it down. So it should be from the 35. Will be a personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the Wildcats. And actually, it's going to be a 15-yarder. It'll put it just inside the 30-yard line. Or the 20-yard line, I'm sorry. Just inside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Got to play within yourself. I know it's been a rivalry and there's been some really tight games lately, but you still got to play within yourself. Shaw will go to the right side of Tiernan now. We're going to motion to the right side. TJ's going to carry himself up the middle. It'll be nothing there. The Wildcats line completely smothered him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Robert Duarte brought him down. I didn't get the other number. I think it was number 6. Daniel Camille, I'm not for sure.
Got an updated,
we got to make this one count. Got to take advantage of that penalty. And the wind is coming out of the southeast, so it's going to be a tough kick into the wind.
Gio Robles will go wide right along with Zach Ray. And it looks like Devin Meza in the slot. Jared Nixon will go wide left. Take the handoff. Tiernan's going to throw it out to the right side. Meza wide open. Will get the catch. Turns the corner. And will go in. Touchdown for the Tigers. Not sure if he ran out of bounds, so I was holding off on that, but it looked like he is going to be able to make it.
There's a flag right here where the 3 kids are probably Wildcats. Right?
Yeah, there's a flag on the outside. I mean, they have a holding against the Tigers because they're wrestling. The way the Tigers are walking away from them, I believe that's going to be a holding call that will go against Imperial. And call that back. That's a play we have not seen.
Oh, it's touchdown. They picked the flag up.
They picked the flag up, so touchdown Tigers, and they go on top 6-0 early in the ball game.
Yeah, because Robles was out there battling with 2 defenders, but I thought he was pushing cleanly.
So that's going to be a pass from Tiernan to Meza, and that will be his first touchdown reception of the season. And that will go for 20 yards. And the Tigers are up 6-0. Ethan Gonzalez in for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, strong and true. It is good. With 9:53 to go in the first quarter play, it's the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 0.
This is Jason Jackson, and I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these 2 issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022.
Scoring drive for the Tigers, 4 plays, 62 yards, using 2 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock. And the touchdown by C.J. Tiernan a little option that he threw out to the side after, instead of running it and pitching it, he threw a pass out.
He faked it to set up the middle, and he was going off tackle. When that collapsed, he threw it out to Devin. And then Devin went right around the defender.
And with Gonzalez extra point, 7-0, Tigers go up quickly. Now Gonzalez kicking off for the Tigers. And he has 17. Make it 18 touchbacks in the season.
So
he's got quite a leg, there's no doubt about it.
Good start. Good start for the Tigers.
Needed that to get things going, get it rolling.
We had there was Julian Daniloff was back to receive the kick. I don't remember if that's all that Daniloff that we went to school.
You know, Kenny, I'm not sure.
Because it's really the way it's spelled. That doesn't.
It's not different. Kenny's with 2 F's. So yeah, I think that's a little different there.
Drill jump.
And the Tigers jump. That's not the good start you want from the defense.
They went in motion. They jump.
Offensively, for the Wildcats, quarterback, as I mentioned, and it's his 4th year as quarterback. He started as a freshman, Ethan Gutierrez, and then he'll switch people around in the backfield with him. Right now it'll be Tanner Carranza. You'll hear his name many times tonight. Good, strong runner is behind him, and the run to the left side, and it's going to be into the ball carries Daniel Camillo.
Camillo, number 6.
And they'll get the first down all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he went in motion, then they pitched it to him when he's already well past the quarterback. And he was able to get around that corner. Seth Shaw came up and took his legs up from under him and flipped him over.
15-yard gain on that by Camillo to start us out. First and 10 from the 35. Man in motion, Camillo. Inside handoff the other way and getting a yard, but tackled out quickly by Zach Ray. Yep. Damian Arbaca was the ball carrier, and he'll get a yard. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 from the 36.
That's exactly what Oakwood ran last week, huh? Zach had a big game last week. Hopefully we'll keep it going.
So 2nd down and 9 from the 36 for the Wildcats. Their initial drive of the game, trailing the Tigers 7-0. Carranza in the backfield to the right side of Gutierrez, a quarterback in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. Sapp is back, takes the handoff, back to pass, goes to the far side to Robert Platt, catches the ball, then is shoved out of bounds, shy of the first down at about the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7, but a 3rd down and 3 coming up.
I believe that was Pablo Moreno that pushed him out.
He's just a big target.
Yeah, I was just going to look to see if it gives him 6'2", 205.
Right, yeah. He's good size, just a junior this year. You said we saw him last year as a sophomore. Whoa. He's quite an athlete. The Gutierrez will go under center this time on a 3rd down and 3 from the 43-yard line of the Wildcats. Looks over the defense. Settles in. Hit a pitch to the left side to Carranza, and Tanner will get the first down and gets shoved out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Be good for 5 yards and a first down for the Wildcats.
I can't believe they made around that corner there. That was a good block on Zach, though. Whoever made the block.
Along the line for the Wildcats, centers Brian Porras, Isaiah Gomez, and David Martinez, the guards. Ronnie Rosales and Julius Diaz are the tackles. And then, like I said, they move a lot of receivers around. We've heard Platt, and Mackay Washington is another one you'll hear. Damian Abarca, we had as a carry a moment ago. Brandon Porras is another one. Stumbled. He tried going to hand it off to Tanner Carranza, and then he just stumbled and fell, and it will be right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he reached out. He's reaching out. I think there was
a little miscommunication.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then he tripped himself. I couldn't find the ball. I thought it was a fumble. I thought he handed it off. But when I looked up, the running back didn't have the ball. Got a 2nd and 10.
We'll get the Tigers defense for you in just a moment. 2nd down and 10 from the Wildcat 48-yard line. We're back into the shotgun with Carranza to his side as Gutierrez. Two wide receivers again on each side of the field. Gutierrez gets the snap, takes the handoff, rolls out to his right, rolls and rolls and rolls. He's going to tuck it and keep it. Get away from one Tiger at the 50-yard line, but not get away from the second, as Aiden Shields will bring him down at the Tiger 47-yard line. It'll be a third down coming up in about 4.
That was a good job by J.J. Jimenez to turn that back in to where the help was, and this big old boy Aiden Shields there to greet him.
It'll be about a gain of 6, a third down and 4.
Good time for a stop right here for the Tigers.
Yep, Tigers going to get a stop right here.
They've been pitching to the outside when they needed some yardage.
They go trips left this time. Ball on the right hash marks. They're using the trips on the right side of the field. Carranza to the right side of Gutierrez. Fakes the handoff back to pass Gutierrez. Pump fakes one way. Tigers roll around him some way. He escaped.
Got away.
And now he's starting to roll out to his left. And Tigers was there. He's going to not quite get the first down, but he could have got caught for a big loss back here. And somehow, like a Houdini, got through 3 different Tigers and was able to run it to the Tiger 44. So it's going to be a gain of a couple, but a 4th down and 2 coming up. You'll have to explain how he got out of that one.
I don't know. When he went to wrap him up, it's like he just disappeared.
Yeah, he dipped down low and arms were up high for the shoulder pads, and he just dug below him and went. 4th down and 2 for the Wildcats from the Tiger 44-yard line.
They're going for it.
Yep, they're going to go for it. Washington will come deep out to the right. Everybody else is tight in the lineup. Gutierrez under center, and Carranza is the lone tailback. Gutierrez looks back, so step into Carranza. Takes the snap, hands off to Tanner up the middle.
Oh, he's not going to make it.
The Tigers hold big defensive play by Javier Campos. Wow, great stop after a gain of 1, and the Tigers will take over possession 1st and 10, and they will be at their own 43-yard line.
I like the way they're looking. They're finally pumped up. They always come out flat. They're here to play today. And then Carranza probably got 30, 40 pounds on Joel, and Joel caught him and took him down.
Sure did. With help, Seth Shaw came in to help with the final touches on it. So the Tigers offense back out onto the field. And have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Turning the quarterback will move Shaw from his right side to his left. And man in motion Perez. Hand it off second back through his Shaw. Shaw will break through the line of scrimmage and will rumble down to about the 50-yard line. Good gain of 7. A 2nd down and 3 coming up.
Robert Platt making the tackle. Didn't give up on that. He went from the right tackle position, or defensive end position, to where the linebackers would be playing.
Tiernan getting the play call from the sideline. Brandon Young, we swapped in last week. The offensive coordinator for the Tigers this week is on the field and calling the plays. 2nd down and 3, right at the 50-yard line. The football still in the middle of the white eye with the red trim in the middle of the field from last week's homecoming game against the Vikings. Tiernan looks over the defense, gets the snap, takes the handoff, going to carry it himself. He's going to twist his way to get a couple of yards, but a 3rd down and 1 is going to come up at the Wildcat 48.
Just short. Matthew Gutierrez stopped him. Did a good job of pushing. He kept pushing. Got at least another yard out of the push.
So 3rd and 1 from the 48. Turned his first positive carry of the ball game. Stopped for no gain the last time. Tigers will go trips left this time with Nixon. Looks like Meza and Perez. Snap back, hand off to Shaw for middle. Shaw's going to drive, and I think he's got it. Looks like he has the 1st down at about the 47, 46. Oh, 46. 46. Close to the 46. We're going to give him a couple and a 1st down for the Tigers. Good strong run by Seth Shaw. Up to 2 yards, he'll probably get tonight.
I like the way that front line was blocking, though.
Yeah.
They were all right there.
Get the the starters for the Tigers. We'll get that for you in just a second.
So we got Trips to the left and Nixon by himself to the right. Keep an eye on Zach Ray going across the middle right now.
Tiernan in the shotgun. Take the handoff. He's going to roll it to himself. Now he's going to pass it out to the side to Perez. That's going to be a fumble that's going to be picked up by Perez. And then he runs down the sideline. He's inside the 30-yard line. It's finally going to be brought down at the 24. So a broken play has turned into a beautiful one by Ali Perez. Give him full credit on that one.
I'm glad the refs didn't slow that one dead because they could have thrown that one dead.
We have to call that a run because it was a backwards. So it's a run, right? So but it's going to have to be a run because it's backwards. Right?
But he threw it behind Ollie, and Ollie did good just to get his hands on it and knock him down. He's smart enough to pick it up and take off.
25 yards, that's a 21-yard gain for Perez. That's more than his output for the year. He's 2 of 16 coming into the game, both for touchdowns, and now with a 21-yard run. Tiernan, the quarterback, has Perez in motion. Fumble snap, but picks it up and then fumbles it again, and the Wildcats are going to recover. Wildcats recover at the 28-yard line.
Bill Enders.
That was two different fumbles on the same play.
Shoot.
You don't want that. This is a team you don't want to give any advantages to. Wildcats were always tough against the Tigers.
Yeah, he lost it pulling away from the center. And then when he got hit, after he picked it up, he still tried to pass it. He was looking for his receiver.
And that is his first fumble recovery of the season for Enders.
Okay.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And they'll be at the Tiger 28-yard line.
That's old Bill Enders' son.
Oh, yes? Okay.
I coached him his freshman year here. I think 81, 82 in basketball.
Gutierrez, handoff, fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to the left side. Tigers are going to follow him, but not get in front of him, and he's going to get good yardage. We'll get the first down and then some out to about the 45. Let's see on the far side where they're going to put it at the 45-yard line. A gain of 17 and a first down for the Wildcats.
Boy, they faked me out. I thought Tanner had the ball. So what happened? I think it might be a timeout. It is a timeout.
Timeout on the field, 2:18 to go in this first quarter play. And it's the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 0.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IBC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IBC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavors. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Tiger defense out there, Aiden Shields, Jose Apodaca, and Max Alvarez along the front line. Zach Ray, Luis Jimenez, Pablo Moreno, and Ethan Reeves on the linebackers. And the defensive backs, Devin Meza, Victor Valenzuela, Roel Campos, and Seth Shaw. And we'll try to keep you updated as guys go in and out of the lineup. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Fake the handoff. Gutierrez back to pass. Pump fake. Then he's going to go deep. Has a receiver open in Washington. It'll be just short. Actually, he will be short. The pass a little long. It was close to being a pass interference. But
I thought he grabbed him.
Yeah, I
don't know if he was catchable.
Yeah, it was a little bit long, but Mackay Washington was the intended receiver. It goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Boy, Gutierrez has a good arm though, huh?
He does.
Man, that was sharp.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't throw more than these two. I think you could get him rolling out with his speed and his arm. He'd be a major threat.
Updated scores, Calexico leads Southwest 7-0 early in the game, and also early Palo Verde 8, Holeville 0.
Okay.
The Wildcats with a 2nd down and 10 from their own 45-yard line, trailing the Tigers 7-0. Just had a fumble recovery moments ago, is given some life. Carranza gets the handoff around the left side. He'll bowl his way out to the 50-yard line for a gain of 5. 3rd down and 5 coming up for Brawley.
Well, what, JJ? JJ Jimenez and Pablo Torres.
3 carries, 11 yards for Carranzo. Came into the game with 2 100-yard games, 14 touchdowns, 633 yards rushing for Carranzo.
This is his first carry.
He's had 3 carries. He got a 5-yarder, 1-yarder, now a 5-yarder. But to think 633 yards, I'm not sure we have that much combined for one team. Gutierrez still in the shotgun formation as Carranzo to his left side, fakes the handoff, goes back to pass. Can be a quick one over to the far side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Washington. And it will be a 3rd down and 5 from the 50, and the Wildcats send the punt team out.
That would have been a beautiful catch, though, if he could have held on to that.
Yep.
I like the way he stretched himself out.
The Tigers defense holds, although Carranza is the punter. But you see Robert Platt as a block.
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't surprise me to see a fake punt.
Yeah, Carranza just ran to the sideline and talked to Coach South. Something might be up there.
Amazing. Shaw deep to receive. High snap. Carranza has to jump up to get it. And then there's a boomer down there that hits at the 12-yard line. Shaw's going to get it inside the 5, and he's done that twice this season where he's got the ball inside the 10. You let it go and get the ball on the 20. Shoot. You just big holes like that. You don't want to see it.
No, you don't want to do that.
So now your Tigers are going to have the ball inside their 5-yard line, 1st and 10.
If it doesn't roll in.
Oh, from there, from the 4-yard line, and then the way the ball was a line drive, there's no way it's not going to go in.
Then we got a hole too.
Ball will be at the 4, and then they'll take it half the distance there, so the Tigers are going to have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. Minute and 8 to go in the first quarter, leading the Wildcats 7-0. Scored on their first possession of the ball game.
We got to be smart here.
Yeah, you just can't do that. I mean, the thing we were taught in high school is you stand on the 10. If it goes over your head, let it go. If it's in front of you, go get it. And to go back to get it inside the 5, that's just really tough to do. Hand off over the right tackle by Shaw, and he'll get across the 5-yard line to, looks like it's going to keep it at the 5. I thought maybe he got to the 6, but it's going to be right at the 5. It'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Like the way he's running, though. 4 guys had him, and they couldn't put him down.
Yep, 39 yards and 5 carries for Seth. Had that big 27-yarder early in the ball game to help set up the first touchdown. Perez will go to the sideline. It looked like he was going to go. He's going to come to the side, and running in real late is Pablo Moreno. So I'm not sure what it was.
He looked like he was grabbing his face mask. So I don't know.
Maybe something may come loose. Man in motion is Meza. Handed off up the middle to Shaw. Nothing there. There'd be no gain on the play. And a 3rd down and 7 from the 5. I think that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
54, William Enders stopped him.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter play with the score. The Imperial Tigers 7 and the Brawley Wildcats 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North J Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
I want to thank Larry Zinn for contacting me. He was listening last week with the Quarterback Club. That's our reminded me of that. And he and Betty have been supporting the Imperial Quarterback Club for many, many years. But Larry was listening last week when I mentioned Larry Shimamoto's strawberry pies.
Oh, yeah.
And I said we could never get the recipe for that. Well, Larry sent it to me. So if we could talk Peg or Trish into making them for us, then we can have Larry's world-famous strawberry pie. I'd be all in
I've
that.
heard so much about that.
It was
I
really,
don't know how
really
many
good.
times I heard about that pie.
Larry was a gem. So the second quarter starts off with the Tigers. Their backs to the wall on a 3rd down and 7 from the 5. Need to get a first down here. Keep the chains moving. Otherwise, that's all.
Yeah, we get a little more space so we can kick out of the end zone.
And off, second back through. It's Shaw. Shaw drives hard. He's going to get out. So near the 10, about the 7-yard line. Thought maybe got out to the 8. It kind of looked like. Let's see what they're going to mark for that.
Up to 7.
Yeah, maybe 7. Yeah. So a gain of a couple, but a 4th down and 5 from the 7. The Tigers are going to have to punt. Averaging 51.7 yards a punt this year. Number 3 in the country.
That is
Ethan
awesome.
Gonzalez. Isn't that something else? Ethan Gonzalez will be punting now. If you got a big punt in you, do it right now. He had a 55-yarder last week against the Vikings.
A little bit of a breeze coming out from the southeast.
Good snap back.
Oh, nice.
Boom's a good one. Wow, it is.
Nice.
He caught at the 47-yard line of the Tigers and then brought down at the 49. Good coverage by the Tigers. That was a high, booming
That was a beautiful
punt.
kick right there.
No doubt about it.
That's why all his defenders were right there to cover the coverage team. There you go.
Hayden Torres on the return.
Victor Valenzuela. Good job getting downfield.
That's almost a 50-yard punt there.
I thought there was Camille in the back receiving.
It was number 12.
Oh, okay.
So 1st and 10 Wildcats are at the Tiger 49-yard line. 11:05 to go in this first half of play, and the Tigers leading it by a score of 7-0. Gutierrez will be under center. The short side of the field, they have 3 wide receivers. It'll be interesting on that. Carranza's the lone tailback. And now Gutierrez looks back to him, moves him straight behind the quarterback.
Carranza's coming this way.
Yep. And now Carranza around the left side.
Oh,
he's backed up. It'll be a loss. Back into Brawley territory. They're going to say his forward progress will get to the 50-yard line, so it'll be a loss of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Max Alvarez did a job on it.
Well, they read that all the way.
All the way. There was 3 Tigers there, but Max was the one that hit him and stopped him.
So loss of a yard. Be a 2nd down and 11 right at the 50-yard line. Gutierrez again will go under center. And pitch it this time to Carranza around the left side. He tries turning the corner. Zach Reed's going to bring him down just inside the 50-yard line. Give him a gain of a yard, but a 3rd down and 10 coming up from the Tiger 49.
Great job by Zach Ray to catch him from behind. And I was just going to say great blocking by the Wildcat front line. And then Zach comes in right between them and takes them down from behind.
Carranza averaging almost 6 yards a carry coming into the game. 5 carries tonight for 11 yards. And he's a tough runner, believe me. Tigers defense really stepping up tough right now early in this ball game.
This is what we were hoping for.
3rd down and 10 from the Tiger 49. Gutierrez will go back into the shotgun. He'll have Carranza to his left side. Trips right. Goes back to pass. Going to set up. Has plenty of time. He's going to throw deep. Has a couple of receivers back there. Intercepted. Shaw will intercept it at the 16-yard line, and the Tigers have the football.
He read that the whole way. He never looked away from that receiver. That was a mistake by Gutierrez. Good read by Seth Shaw. And he just moseyed on over. Picked that off right in front of Carranza.
His 2nd interception of the season, and the Tigers have the football 1st and 10. They're going to say he went down at the 15-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have the football. Big play by Seth Shaw.
Yes, that was. So we got a quick score here. Palo Verde 15, Hopeville nothing the 2nd. Calexico 14, Southwest 7. Both into 2nd.
So 9:28 to go in the first half. Tigers leading at 7-0. First and 10 at their own 15-yard line after the second interception of the season by Seth Shaw, who gets the carry and he gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage and no gain.
Nowhere to go.
Second down and 10.
Ran into a big boy. Number 72, Robert Duarte. Too big.
43 yards on 8 carries now for Shaw, but outside of that 27-yard at the beginning, he's at 1 7-yard gain. Everything else has been
1 or 2.
Yeah, just a couple of yards. Perez will come to the sideline. Nixon will be one of the wide receivers. Joe Robles back in there as a wide receiver. Freshman, he'll go on the far side along with Zach Ray. A couple of pretty tall guys to be on the left side for the Tigers.
Wish I had that problem.
Yeah, and Devin Meza will be in the slot left.
I hope to take advantage of that.
Shaw in the backfield with C.J. Tiernan, the quarterback, and Shaw will be flanked to his right side. Tiernan gets the snap, hands it off up the middle of Shaw. There's just nothing there. He's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage, no gain, third down and 10.
5'4" or 6'4", trying to get that number. 5'4", 54, Bill Enders. Wanted him with the third tackle for the Wildcats. Okay, we got to do something here. We got to pass so we can open this up a bit.
Yeah, can't keep running straight up the middle like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7 guys in the box. 6 now. Well, they know they're passing.
They're down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 15-yard line. Shaw will go out to the left side. Tiernan will run up the middle, and Tiernan will dive toward the 25-yard line. He'll be just short by maybe a foot at the 25.
Well, he gave it to him. They gave it to him.
Well, he did get it to the 25. He did get to the 25. Okay, so it is a first down. Wow, what a big play by C.J. Tiernan. 10 yards and a first down for the Tigers out at the 25-yard line. Give him some breathing room.
I didn't like the way he landed.
I didn't either. I don't know who made the tackle, but no, he came up and made a great tackle there.
I forgot to look for the number. I was looking at the marker.
We've mentioned William Enders. He's one of the defensive ends, along with David Martinez, Alex Castillo, and Joaquin De La Herrera as the tackles. Linebackers Matthew Gutierrez, Mario Casares, and Chris Camille, Damian Abarca, Robert Platt, Makai Washington, and Daniel Camille in the backfield. First and 10 Tigers from the 25. Shaw will be to the right side of Tiernan. And there will be a timeout called by the Tigers. With 7:06 remaining in this first half of play, it's now the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 0.
Wake up with Kxo Café. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here at Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
7-0 Tigers with the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rick Sharp checking in from Mississippi listening to us.
Rick, thanks for listening in, but hope you're doing well.
Glad to have you back on with us each Friday night. And Thursdays when we're on Thursdays. A special Thursday night edition of Monday Night Class. Friday Night Football.
I like that.
7:06 to go in the first half. Tigers up 7-0. Tiernan, low snap, fakes the handoff, goes back. He's going to toss it over the near side. That ball's a loose ball. I was going to say it was a pass that time, but man, it looked like it was backwards.
Yeah, he called it right away, though.
He was right there.
He was right at his feet, though.
Yeah, okay. I think everything got thrown off with the snap because it was a low snap. I think it threw all the timing away on that. So that's first incompletion by Tiernan. He had the touchdown. That's been the lone touchdown of the game on a pass to Devin Meza of 20 yards. What a great run after that catch by Devin. Wow.
Wow. Right around the end.
Yeah.
Did you feel the press box shaking right now?
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people here.
There's a lot of good crowd, and a good crowd on the Brawley side for that matter.
Just like the 70s.
Yeah,
all over again.
In the good old days. And a lot of people standing along the fence, too, if you look over there. Tiernan in the shotgun. Taps his hands a few times.
Oh.
And
delay game.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah, he called it over
delay game. That'll make it a second down and 15. Pull the ball back to the 20-yard line. It was taking a long time. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, coming out to the sideline. Neither one of us like that.
Just seeing Richard on the sideline, healthy. Well, we could have used him tonight, huh?
Oh, that would be awesome. I love to watch that kid run.
I sure do, too.
Such a great kid. They were at the house. He took pictures for the homecoming dance, and Seth brought him with him. He was all his black.
Good.
With shades on.
Tiernan will go back to pass. Take to the side, throws it over the middle to Shaw. Got it completed at the 27-yard line, brought down immediately. It'll be a gain, though, of 8 yards in the play. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Good job by Mario Cáceres to bring him down. Did not let him go. Seth is still fighting to get away. That's about 3rd and 6 coming up for the Tigers.
For Shaw, that's just his 2nd reception of the season. It's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah. It's just his 2nd catch. Tigers are moving everybody around. Nixon goes to the left now. They'll go trips left, and Nixon, the low receiver to the near side. Tiernan will go back to pass. That's up in the pocket. Pump fakes, then throws in the middle. Zach Ray goes up and makes a great catch right near the 1st down line at the 35. Man, he got up to get that. That was a tough catch.
I didn't even see
and it's right on the line. It's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers. What a great catch by Zach Ray.
Was somebody spinning him out there?
Yeah.
I think that was something different about that. I didn't get to see it. I got some glare. Forgot to bring my cap.
7-yard gain on that to Zach Ray on the pass. His 11th catch of the season. First tonight. Tiernan takes his time. Takes the handoff. Going to roll out to the left. Man, there's Wildcats everywhere. He'll fight to get and runs into the chain stick over on the far side. But he'll get back to, and he's going to lose a couple on the play. Back to the 33. It'll be a 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, they had that spotted right from the get-go. He's lucky to get around the defensive end that was blocking. So we're coming up from the right side.
So 2nd and 12 from the 33. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Tigers 7, Wildcats nothing. Imperial number 4 in Division 3. The Wildcats were number 12 in Division 2. Tiernan gets the snap. Back to pass. Goes on the far side. Going to complete it to Jeff Dixon.
Almost got away.
Just about got away. Yeah, got to the 38-yard line. Be a gain of 5, but a 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Good job by Daniel Camille to keep holding on to it.
Nixon's first catch of the night. And that is his 12th on the season.
From Blythe, ever since 5.
Yep. Kind of a breaking out game.
That sure was. That was a big game for us, but breaking out.
Yep. 3rd and 7 Tigers. They go trips right this time and back to pass Tiernan. Pump fakes. Now going to throw it. Going to get tipped and intercepted by the Wildcats at the 35-yard line. Continuing on his way inside the 20-yard line and coming up with the tipped interception. 18 or 18. I couldn't see if it was that or a 10. But it's Matthew Gutierrez who will come up with the interception. And that's his first interception of the season. And the Wildcats have the ball with their best field position of the night, 1st and 10 at the Tiger 20-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't get to see who tipped that ball, but it went straight up and right to it.
It was a perfect tip drill, that's for sure.
Yeah. We were lucky it didn't take that all the way
in.
There was
right.
nobody in front of him. He's under center this time.
Chair's under center, Carranza behind him. And out Carranza left tackle. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 8.
Max Alvarez and, Joel Villacampos combined for the tackle. And they stopped him right as soon as they hit him. After a 2-yard gain, right?
2-yard gain. 6 carries, 13 yards for Carranza. Our leading ball carrier on the season with 633 yards coming into the night. And he'll be the lone tailback behind Gutierrez under center. Gutierrez looks over the defense. With something deep side of his line, moves Carranza a little closer to the line of scrimmage. And now Carranza up to the middle over left guard, and it's going to be a scrum trying to push him, and he'll get down to near the 15-yard line. Be a gain of 3. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Jose Apodaca. Oh, with Ethan Reed, that's what it was.
3rd down and a long 5.
Couldn't think of who 56 was. Hope Wesley's mad at Disney.
2:51, and the clock continues to roll in this second quarter with the Tigers up 7-0, but the Wildcats a 3rd down and 5 from the Tiger 15.
We can get a stop here. Get a stop here.
Gutierrez will go back into the shotgun. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. Goes back to pass. Has plenty of time. Looks over into the end zone. Has a receiver open. Carranza goes incomplete. So 4th down and 5 from the 15. He was wide open, too.
He was. I thought there was a flag coming in from the far sideline. Yeah, he threw it away from him. He was all by himself and threw it away.
And Gutierrez, that's kind of unusual because usually he's cool in the pocket. He had a lot of time.
A lot of time. I was just going to say, he had so much time there. We got to do something about that.
Yeah, give his line credit for giving him so much time. Stops the clock with 2:25 to go in the first half.
You know, with the line he's got, though, I don't know why they don't throw more.
Wildcats are going to go for it on a 4th down and 5 from the Tiger 15. Gutierrez will be in the shotgun. Carranza will be to his left side. Tigers defense moves around a little bit. Gutierrez looks over the defense. From the shotgun. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Looks into the side.
In and out.
In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Brandon Flores. And the Tigers defense holds once again.
Oh, that was there. Beautiful pass. Put it right where you needed to put it.
1 of 6 in the game for Gutierrez passing.
Wow. So that wasn't his fault, though. That was
no, it wasn't. I'm just saying it's kind of, he's a very accomplished passer, his 4th year in leading this offense. And yet the Tiger defense has really done a good job in holding him at bay.
Great job by the Tigers. They came out to play, that's for sure. That's just a little out to the left, all by himself, and it went right through his hands.
So 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 15-yard line with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half, leading the Wildcats 7-0. Tiernan stays in the quarterback. Hands it off to Meza on the left side. Meza breaks the tackle from Platt, turns the corner, and then gets ran out of bounds. He kind of ran out of real estate over on the far side.
He outran Platt, though.
Yeah, he did. He got around him.
The guy is quick.
He's a ball player, I'll tell you. Related to Roy, and I can't remember, is it his cousin, I think he said? Roy, you'll have to remind me on that. So 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 from the 17. Stop the clock with 1:50. Actually, the clock's running.
Yeah, this would have been Roy's Wisconsin son.
Okay.
Roy, also Roy.
Well, 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Tiernan the quarterback. Low snap, but picks it up. Going to complete it to Devin Meza, and he's hit, brought down. That just took too long to develop.
Yeah,
and a great job on the tackle and helping Meza get up as Gilbert Corrales Jr.
I like the way he put his head down. You see the way he drove? Beautiful tackle.
That was perfect tackle.
Got a timeout. Somebody.
Timeout called probably by Brawley. 1:18 to go in the first half. It's the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 0.
Bo and his team of employees at Gas Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
It'll be a 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers from the 18-yard line. We'll give a yard on that one to Meza. That's his 2nd catch of the night. At halftime, we'll look back on the games between these two schools. As we mentioned, the visiting teams have won more often than not. It's really strange.
Yeah.
We'll look at that at halftime. And the rankings. We didn't get a chance last week to look at the rankings, so we'll look at how that's panning out and some different things that are going on within Division III. Kiernan has shot his left side in the shotgun. Low snap, but picks it up. Pump fakes. Now he's going to go deep. Has a receiver open and just a little over the head of Gio Robles at the 50-yard line. Oh, man, that was close.
I don't know if he had looked back yet. It looked like he was still looking at the defender.
So ball's incomplete, and the Tigers will have to punt. It's going to give the Wildcats some time. Ethan needs to get off another big booming punt.
We need to do that. I think that might open us up right there. What they just did, yeah, that's what they just did right there. Yeah. Now he got behind them.
Going deep to receive will be Gilbert Corrales Jr. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Is it Washington?
Looks like it's 6.
It might be 6.
Another beautiful kid.
Yep, going to be hitting at the 45-yard line. Rolls back to the 35, and then the Tigers are right there, but breaking 2 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 will get out to about the 48-yard line. And on the return, you were right. Daniel Camillo on the return is a good return. Breaking several tackles to get back to the 47-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 47 with 56 seconds remaining in this first half of play.
Yeah, I thought Pablo Moreno had him, and he was able to get away from him, but did Daniel Romo hit him hard. Good speed on that, number 6.
Yeah.
He was one of their captains, I believe.
So the Wildcats, with a 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Tiger defense needs to step up again in this first half. Gutierrez, a quarterback in the shotgun, has Carranza to his right side. Hits the snap, goes back to pass. Pump fakes, now rolls out to his right side, finds a little bit of room, will pass it short to Washington, who jumps up to get it, and will be pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line of the Tigers, and a 1st 10 for the Wildcats. 14-yard gain.
We sure had that covered. But when the linebacker had to come to get the quarterback, it left him all by himself right there.
It's the 2nd completion in 7 passes for Gutierrez for 21 yards, but this is a big 14-yarder that gets down to the Tiger 39-yard line. 1st and 10, stopping the clock with 46 seconds to go in this first half of play, and the Tigers holding on to a 7-point lead. Gutierrez again will be in the shotgun with Carranza to his right side. The snap, back to pass. A little bit of pressure, has to roll out to his left side. Tigers trailing him, sets up, passes. But as he gets passes, goes through 3 hands, and then just Platt, does he get it?
He got it.
Yes, Robert Platt catches it up. It bounces off 2 Tigers' hands, and the Wildcats have the ball 1st and goal to go at the 6-yard line.
Oh, that is 2nd pick.
And we're going to spike the ball with 23 seconds to go in the half.
And they had that. That should have been an incomplete pass right there.
Yep. Wow. You see it bounce around like that. I'm out on the field, 23 seconds to go in the first half. It's the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 0.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
This is This is Jason Jackson, and I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these two issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022.
Gutierrez gets the snap, throws into the corner of the end zone, and Robert Platt will come up with the touchdown in the corner of the end zone, and the Wildcats are within a point of tying it up.
That sure looked like we had that covered. I thought Villa Campos had that covered. They said right over
it. It was perfect pass. No doubt about it.
And he took probably 2 steps, and then he went out of bounds.
So the perfect Wildcats will try to tie it up now, as Gilbert Valenzuela will come in for the extra point attempt. 17 seconds remaining in the first half. And possibly a kick away from the tied score. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it looks good.
Yep.
With 17 seconds to go, it is the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 7.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, Housing Program, Career Services Support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavors. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Scoring drive, 4 plays, 53 yards, took just 39 seconds, George, for them to get the 6-yard touchdown at the end of it from Ethan Gutierrez to Robert Platt. And with the extra point by Valenzuela, it's a 7-7 ball game. Tigers will return it out to the 25, 30, 35-yard line. David Meza will spin his way out to the 32-yard line, maybe the 33. And the Tigers will have only 11 seconds to try to do something with it from their own 32-yard line.
I'd like to see something to Robles deep.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I don't know that they can have anybody that can cover him or Nixon. Hopefully we're saving it for the second half.
Other than a couple of big plays, you know, the long tipped pass that Robert Platt caught for 33 yards, and then the touchdown pass is just perfectly executed. You couldn't say anything about that at all.
Really little touch on it.
Back to pass is Tiernan. Sets up. Going to pass it deep. Has Meza for a moment. That's going to get intercepted, though. That was one that's thrown into triple coverage, and it's going to be picked off by Torres. And with 1.9 seconds left, not sure whether Brawley will air one out of the end zone for maybe a tip, or will they take a knee. But that's the second interception of the night for C.J. Tiernan. For Torres, that is his first interception of the year as well.
He just threw that up for grabs there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, you could do that if you're going to go real long and hope for a tip or something like that, but a shorter pass like that.
Done that to the outside.
Right.
Down the sideline.
And use your tall receivers for it, too. So the Wildcats will have 1.9 seconds to do something with it before this end of this first half. Here's a quarterback. We'll have Kronza to his right side. He'll be in the shotgun. And goes back to pass. Sets up in the pocket, rolls out to his right. Going to get flushed back to the left side. And penalty flag is going to go down. There's going to be a hold back there. That will be the way this game for the first half will end. Just make sure on it is going to be a hold. But, yeah, it is going to be a holding as well. And that will be the end of this first half. With the score, the Imperial Tigers 7, the Brawley Wildcats 7. And we'll be back to recap the scoring and the stats in just a moment.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club, which is the Imperial Tigers, a great season. Go Tigers!
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North J Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655. Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Halftime score here in Imperial, the Tigers 7, the Brawley Wildcats 7, and here's how the scoring went in the first half. The Tigers got the ball first, marched right down the field on 4 plays, 62 yards, and drove it in 2 minutes and 7 seconds, capped by a 20-yard touchdown pass on an option from Chris Tiernan to Devin Meza. The extra point by Ethan Gonzalez was good, and the Tigers led 7-0 real early in the ball game with 9:53 to go in the first quarter. But the Wildcats would tie it up late in this first half with 17 seconds to go in the second quarter on a 4-play, 53-yard drive using 39 seconds off the clock and a perfectly executed 6-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Gutierrez to Robert Platt, who also had a 33-yard completion on a tipped pass, tipped twice by Tigers, and then Platt was able to catch it. That set up the 6-yard touchdown, and that gave us the halftime score of 7-7. For the Tigers, C.J. Tiernan has completed 5 of 9 passes for 41 yards with 2 big interceptions in that. Devin Meza, 2 receptions for 21 yards, and then single catches to Seth Shaw, to Zach Ray, and to Jared Nixon for Shaw 8 yards, Nixon 7 yards. Ray for 7 yards. A tough one. It was over the middle too, and 5 yards to Jared Nixon. Rushing, then pretty much Seth Shaw, 9 carries, 43 yards. Perez had 1 carry for 21, and then Tiernan 4 carries for 10 yards. So a total of 74 yards in rushing, and then 41 yards in passing. So 115 yards in the first half for the Tigers. For the Wildcats, they have 112 yards. It's as close as the score. Wow. Ethan Gutierrez has completed 4 of 9 passes for 60 yards with 1 interception. Robert Platt has caught 3 of those passes for a total of 46 yards, and then 14 yards on 1 completion that went to Donnell Mackay Washington. So that's what that is. And then, but rushing, the Tigers have held them. When you look at Gutierrez, 5 carries, 20 yards. Santa Cruz with 7 carries, 16 yards. Daniel Camillo had a 15-yarder, and Damian Abarca had 1-yard run. The Tigers defensively has given up 52 yards in this first half, rushing 60 yards, passing for 112. So when you look at a high-powered offense like Brawley has for the Tiger defense to play as well as they did, and when you just look at, you had should have been an interception down here on that one. They got tipped around, and Robert Plant dove for it, ended up catching it. Great play on his part, but that's one that could have been intercepted just as easily, and we'd have a 7-0 halftime score. Instead, it's 7-7 because a 6-yard touchdown pass 2 plays later, and that gives us the 7-7 halftime score. A lot of Imperial Band is out on the field now during their award-winning shows.
Yeah.
How do we call it? They've won so many awards in the past, and they do this field play.
They don't have the numbers that we normally have.
No, you're
one time we had, I think we counted like 140 at one time. So, but they've done awesome. So, I meant to mention it. When they're playing the national anthem,
yes.
When that trumpet goes up high at the end, I love that. Yeah. I love that. Every time I hear that, I love that.
We'll take a look at some scores that are going on around the Valley, keeping abreast of the other Imperial Valley League game and in the Desert League. And all that will be coming up here in just a moment.
Bo and his team of employees at Dad's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dad's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated by CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dad's Auto Body is here for you to ease your pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here at Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
7-7 halftime score here in Imperial, the Tigers and the Brawley Wildcats. And one other score we haven't mentioned tonight, but thanks to Lee Elder, who's keeping us abreast of the baseball. Padres 2, Dodgers 1 in the middle of the fourth.
Oh, okay, it's only the fourth.
Yeah, just the fourth. So, and that's elimination. You know, one team's continuing, the other's eliminated. So it's a big one there in the National League Division Series in Tacoma. Well, go ahead, you have some other locals.
It's only 1-1, aren't they?
Yeah, 2-1. I thought it was only a 3-game series, though. Isn't it?
It's the best of 5.
Is it best of 5 here? Okay, take it back then. I thought it was the best of 3.
Don't scare me like that.
I didn't want
to. It was the best of 5.
If it was Patricia out there, I'd be in trouble. I'd be in all kinds of trouble. No, you got some.
If it was the last game, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, don't give me that.
No, I just seen the Calipat score. Oh, Vincent 26, Calipat nothing the second. And we got our score here 7-7. I just lost it. Oh, Thunderbird at 15, Hoville nothing at half. That's a good job by Hoville.
Yeah, because they were down 14-0 early in that one.
And then 21-7, Calexico over Southwest.
Calexico started out the season at 5-0, and then the Tigers took them down, and then Centro beat them last week, and so all of a sudden they need to get things rolling again. It looks like they are against Southwest, and as you hear in the background, you may hear the band continuing that. We've mentioned that this series between Brawley and Imperial has been one that many times the visiting team has won. And when you look back, the Tigers have not played Brawley since 1976. Then they played again in 2009. And it was at Brawley, and they shut out Imperial 34-0 as Imperial entered the Imperial Valley League and was beaten there. Brawley won the next year 28-12 here in Imperial. But then in 2011, the game was played in Brawley, and Imperial won 38-31. You remember that overtime?
Yes.
They went to his interception.
Yes. And then they want to say that it did not count.
That's what they were wanting to say, that it did count.
Yeah, it counted.
And the Tigers won the IVL title with that win in overtime. Then it came to the next year, 2012, in Imperial. Brawley wins 35-21. The following year, it went back over to Brawley, and the Tigers would win in that. Actually, they played one more game because they met again in the playoffs in 2012, and it was at Brawley, and they defeated Imperial by a score of 26-21 in that one. But then when getting back at IVL play, game was played in Brawley in 2013. Imperial wins it 29-10. They won their second IVL title with that. Then the following year in 2014, it was played here in Imperial. Brawley won 35-8. And Brawley won the IVL title with that win over Imperial. They finished second in the league. Following year in 2015, it was played in Brawley. Imperial won 22-14. And the Tigers won their third IVL title in 5 years with that one, and Brawley finished second in league. And then in 2016, it was played at Imperial, and Brawley won 44-22, and Brawley won the league title with that one. So for all those years, too, there was a league title decided by this game.
By that game, yeah.
Whoever won the Brawley Imperial game would win the IVL title, and it happened several years in a row. Last Imperial win, though, was that 2015 game. It was a 22-14 game up in Brawley, and that gave the Tigers their third IVL title. Then Brawley won in 2016 at Imperial. Then at Brawley, they won again, and they've won now the last 6 years in a row. Last year, 27-15. And you look at that score, 27-15, you think, well, Brawley had a pretty good. Well, actually, if you look back on it, Brawley led 20-15 with about 3 minutes to go, and Imperial was moving the ball down the field and got around midfield and fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
Brawley got the touchdown.
Right. Yeah.
That made it 27-15. It could very well have been a 22-20 ball game with Imperial leading, but where the ball bounces sometimes, and Brawley ended up winning that one. So the Wildcats have beaten the Tigers 6 games in a row, came into tonight in Division 2, which is one division above the Tigers, and they are ranked in Division 2 as number 12, and I believe they take the top 12 into the playoffs. So they're right here on the bubble, the Wildcats are. Centro is number 5 this week, behind Granite Hills, Mira Mesa, Ramona, and San Marcos. Central is number 5. They have the week off, and it's the third team that I know of this year that has the week off before playing Imperial.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody has respect for the Tigers, I guess.
They all get it time?
Yes.
Good. I was right.
Okay, good.
Okay, so it is fine. That's a fine.
Sorry to give you a heart attack.
Ooh, yeah, I was nervous.
Beyond those top 5, though, we have to look back to Valley Center, who the Tigers beat 10-9 up in Valley Center earlier this season. They're ranked number 11, right ahead of Brawley.
Okay.
And they lost a league game last week to Fallbrook, 42-22.
Fallbrook's got a team this
Fallbrook's in Division 4, and yeah, they're playing outstanding ball.
And then the league that they play in is probably one of the toughest.
Oh, yeah. The Valley League is really tough. In Division 3, that's the league that the Tigers are, division the Tigers are in. Point Loma is 6-1, matching the Tigers with the best records in the division. And they blasted Morris, the number 18 in the division, 42-12 last week. Ouch. Wow. And they're at University City tomorrow, so number 1 plays number 2 tomorrow. That'll be interesting to see, and we'll keep tabs on that for you next week. Del Norte is number 3. They defeated Division 2 Mount Carmel 13-3 last week. Imperial is ranked number 4 coming into tonight, and then Bishops of La Jolla defeated Division 4 number 5 La Jolla Country Day in a battle of La Jolla schools 38-20 last week. Tigers coming back out on the field now. The Wildcats are already out here on the far side of. And then looking at Division 4, that's the division that Palo Verde's in. They're number 2 behind Fallbrook. Calexico's number 3. Holville is number 13. They're teetering on the edge of making it to the playoffs. And then in Division 5, Vincent Memorial is number 3 behind Escondido Charter and Crawford. Southwest of El Centro's number 10. So they're kind of teetering on the edge of making it into the playoffs. And Calipatria, number 18, still looking for their first victory of the season. And they're ranked number 18 in Division 5. So that's how that kind of pans out. And the teams both warming up out on the field. We're just a couple of minutes away from the second half kickoff. The score here at halftime in Imperial, it's the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 7.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
Getting back to that rivalry between the Tigers and the Wildcats, if you look back on it, 9 of 14 games have been won by the visiting team since the Tigers entered IVL. At one point, it was 7 of 8 the visiting team has won. And the Wildcats have won 6 in a row, but when you consider in 2017, it was a 1-touchdown game. 2018, it was a 1-point game. 2019, it was a touchdown game. And then last year, as I mentioned, the Tigers were marching down to what could have been the go-ahead and fumbled it away, and then the Wildcats would end up winning that game by 12. So it's been a close series, and not one that the home field advantage makes much difference at all, does it?
And that speaks volumes for the program the Tigers got going here.
Yeah, and
this is a powerhouse.
Yeah, well, it is.
Brawley is a powerhouse, and for us to play with them,
you have to jump ahead of them like that quickly, and then hold it all the way till seconds to go in the first half before letting
he got away.
Give one away, leaving one away. So the Tigers will be kicking off on the second half, and Ethan Gonzalez will be kicking off from the south to the north, the left to the right. Got a little bit of a wind to his back, not that he needs it, as the wind looks like it's coming out of the southeast right now.
Picked up even more.
Temperatures were about 88 at game time, and it's dropped down a little bit since then. And we're looking at 80s now coming up highs the next couple of weeks.
Tomorrow, chance of rain and like 84, I think it was.
Let's hope we don't get the rain yet, because we're having some stuff done at the house. We have a lot of stuff in the yard that will get all drenched if we do that. So.
They said it should start about 11.
Oh boy, I don't get off work till 2, so we may have an issue.
We got stock car races tomorrow in Cocopa.
In Yuma?
Yep. So we'll talk about it in a bit.
Brandon Porras on one side.
Go
and the kick's got to go through the end. And it'll be another touchback. And for Ethan, that is his 19th touchback this season.
That's it. You got to give him a nickname.
Yeah.
No, that game in 76. Our brother Art was the QB then.
Right. Remember it. Up in Brawley.
42-24. I believe is what it was. And after that, they didn't want to play.
And the visiting team won the that one.
Yeah, that's true. And then Centro wasn't no part of us either.
Arnold Armstrong and Rick.
Arnold had a game.
Got 200 yards rushing each. In that one. Each. Maybe a pitcher on the right side. And stopped after about a 5-yard gain, though, but a pretty good gain at that. Daniel Camillo. And it'll be a second down and 5.
Where's David Mesa. Good tackle. Was finding out the blocker. Ended up tripping him up.
So for Camillo, second carry. First one of 15 yards, this one for 5, and it's the second down and 5 for the Wildcats. From their own 25-yard line, opening moments here in the third quarter of the ball game in Imperial. Gutierrez under center. Fan goes in motion. Camillo, fake hit the pitch, going back to pass Gutierrez. Gutierrez again going to get away from Tigers for a moment, and they're coming up hard and making some sticks there. Wow. That's Pedro Moreno is one coming up, 32.
Yeah, Campos.
Right. No, that's 32.
Both of them. Campos had him wrapped up, and then Moreno hit him hard.
So it'd be a loss of a couple on the play. Third down, though, and now 7 from the 23. Boy, they converged on him quick.
Yeah.
He got away from the initial lineman, and then all of a sudden, here comes the defensive backs and linebackers in.
Yeah. Platt was open by himself over here. He did not see him. He was upset that he didn't see him.
Good thing.
But that would have been a long throw. He had to already roll to the right. Watch Ethan. He's ready to go.
So Gutierrez back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. Throws on the far side. Yeah, it's they're saying it's going to be a catch. It'll go to Robert Platt. It'll be right at the 30-yard line, and that will be good for a first down for the Wildcats on the gain of 7.
He laid out for that one. Was that Platt?
Yeah.
He laid out for that one. Hit hard, still kept it. Held on to that.
For Platt, that's his 4th catch of the night. This one's going to be a 7-yarder and a first down for the Wildcats right at their own 30-yard line. 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Tigers 7, Wildcats 7. Gutierrez from the shotgun again has Carranza to his right side, goes back to pass. Has to roll out to his right. Pumps, then throws. Going to complete it to Santa Carranza. Threw it over the head.
Who is it,
Of Jimenez, yeah. And caught that at the Tiger 49-yard line. Went down on the ground when it happened. It'll be a 21-yard gain.
I thought JJ had that. I thought he picked that up. Good catch by Carranza. Good concentration.
21-yarder on that one.
Can you believe Brawley passing team?
Yeah, they passed out 11 times in the game.
Hadn't seen that forever.
So right after the Tiger 49-yard line, Gutierrez on a drive that started their own 20-yard line. As Carranza is the lone running back behind him. And handed off Carranza on the left side. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards on it. Nothing more. And it'll be a 2nd down and 8.
Ethan Reeves got to hit him. That was a collision between those two.
Oh, yeah.
But did you see how Gutierrez almost didn't reach him? He reached to hand him that ball.
I think Carranza got there really quick.
Yeah.
Seemed to.
He was out like this.
Right.
That could have been the fumble easily. Very easily.
2nd down and 8 from the 47 on the initial drive of the third quarter for the Wildcats. Tied the game up with seconds to go in the second quarter. And now trying to march down to take their first lead of the game. Carranza to the left side of Gutierrez in the shotgun. Hits the snap. Goes back to pass. Going to get pressure. Goes out to his right. Passes along the far side. Going to complete it. Standing just inside the sideline is Camino. And will make the catch. Great pass. It's right on the money.
And he knew where the yard marker was, too.
Put it at the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 and a first down for the Wildcats.
The front line for the Tigers are getting so close to Gutierrez. They just can't catch him. He's got just thinking about Rick Sharp. Rick, I don't know if you knew that Kurt Johnson was racing. I think he's in town for the desert race tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Blaster City West.
I didn't know that. Gutierrez looks to both sides of his line and marks out some signals. Now sets up in the shotgun. And on the option to the right side, going to carry it himself. Get some yardage inside the 35-yard line to about the 33. Give him a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Good tackle by Jimenez. Gutierrez had already had a speed moving quick.
23 yards on 7 carries for Gutierrez, a quarterback. Came into the game 470 yards rushing on 47 carries. He's averaging right at 10 yards a carry coming into the game.
That's what I was expecting, too.
Yeah. I remember him doing a lot of options and inside handoffs.
Right. And people going in motion, they don't have that the split wing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not showing that too much tonight.
2nd down for the Wildcats. Handed off to Carranza. He gets hit immediately and dropped.
I got to call his name. Let me see who it is. Oh, it's Max Alvarez. Max Alvarez hit it.
No gain at all.
No gain whatsoever.
2nd down, make a 3rd down now and 5 from the 33. Yeah, they just blasted on
Carranza did good just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right. 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. 7-7 score here in Imperial. Tigers and the Wildcats. IVL play, and it's really one of those do or die kind of things. If you lose a game, you're going to have a hard time winning the league.
You don't want to steer yourself the hole like that.
Right. Gutierrez gets the snap, back to pass. Going to throw quickly over the middle. Actually looked over the middle, then throws out to the side. Going to complete it, and then tackled immediately. Coming up for the catch, Brandon Forrest, and it will be a first down. And they put the ball at the 27-yard line. Need a 6, need a 5, first down.
They're getting right to where they need to make the first down and cutting out. The Campos finally pushed them out, and that's after he made the first down.
They had 112 yards of offense in the first half. Right now they got 105 passing alone. So they've, on this drive that started their own 20-yard line, 3 passes in that. They've really ate up a lot of that yardage. Gutierrez, they'll have a man in motion, Camille, and then they're going to jump. I think there's going to be someone on the right side of the Brawley line jumped. It'll be a penalty. First down and 15 to bring it back to the 33 or 32-yard line.
Only 5 minutes left in this third quarter. We're going quick.
Been an efficient drive by the Vikings.
No, they have.
The Wildcats started throwing 20-yard line. Gutierrez will have Carranza to his right side now in the shotgun once again. Camille goes in motion. Pitches to Camille in front of him. Camille tries to turn the corner. Gets away from 2 tacklers, 3 tacklers. The last one's going to slow him down, but he'll still get inside the 30-yard line to the 29. Be a gain of 3.
Two arm tackles there.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Second down and 12 from the 29. Actually going to be a pass because it went forward.
Yeah, it went forward. A little pitch forward.
That's one thing Brady Hoff, we talked to him last week, that's one thing he did a lot of here in Imperial.
He'd like to do that.
He sure do.
Quick update here. We've got Calexico 21, Southwest 7 at halftime. And Vincent 26, count that nothing.
Second down and 12. Imperial crowd starting to get into it a little bit. Gutierrez in the shotgun again. Gets the snap. Breaks the hand up to Carranza. Rolls out to his right. Looks downfield. Going to pass it deep. Has a receiver open and flat. Catches it. Holds on to it. Touchdown. Beat deep. Yep. So Platt will catch his second touchdown pass of the night. The Wildcats lead 13-7.
Well, what's that got beat?
Was there a flag?
Well, I thought it was a hold.
He may have gone past the line of scrimmage, too.
Something happened. There is a flag.
He may have gone past the line of scrimmage. He was rolling out to his right and running, and it was really close to the yard marker. And so he may have gone past the line of scrimmage. We'll see what is called now.
Oh, yeah. He's probably looking to see how he called that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. He went past the line of scrimmage, which he was really close to it when he was running on that side, and I took the binoculars off to look downfield.
Yeah.
And so that's what's going to be. The touchdown will not count, and there will be a penalty against the Wildcats for running past the line of scrimmage before the pass. I really thought he was going to run. It looked like he had room to run out there.
He's a cheerleader right now. He's everybody yelling like that.
He's Robinson, we were talking about.
He's the number 1 cheerleader there.
So they'll mark it off on the 5-yard penalty.
Lots of down.
That'll make it
right. Should be third then.
3rd and 17 at the 34, and it's a loss of downs. So it's 3rd down.
I'm sure
you hear the Tigers crowd yelling how you beat them. It's nice to hear.
Awesome to hear this.
People getting into it a little bit here at Tiger Stadium.
I'm having trouble hearing you, and I got headphones.
And then back to Gutierrez.
Little screen.
Little bubble screen is going to be caught, and here's some room to run. It's going to be caught by Brandon Forrest, but the Tigers do respond quickly. He'll get inside the 40-yard line, or inside the 30-yard line to about the 24. So it'll be a gain of 10, but a 4th down and 7 coming up.
Angel Barone and Zach Ray fighting for the tackle. I like the way you set that up, so that was pretty. That was pretty the way that's set up. Great job by the Tiger defense to cover that.
So 4th down and 7 from the Tiger 24. Tiger side again, stomping their feet, yelling out defense. See if the defense can come through again.
Perfect time for a stop here after that long drive they've had.
This crowd will get a little if they do. And back to Gutierrez. Stops. Pass is going to complete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Brandon Forrest. Boy, he had both hands on it, too.
That's the second time we've done that. Same play. That little same route up.
But when I look at it, he may not have had enough yardage for the first down.
No, anyway. I think he was short.
I think he'd been short, right? But it was incomplete, so it doesn't matter. Tigers defense holds once again.
That was a wounded tackle. That was not a good pass right there. It was on the money, but it was wobbly.
So the Wildcats started their drive at the 20-yard line. It sputters to a stop at the Tiger 24, and Imperial takes over possession 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line with 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter play and a tied score here in Imperial.
Great stop by the Tiger defense. Great stop.
See the Tigers mix up the offense here in the second half. Jared Nixon will go wide left, in trips, back to pass. Throw it up. It'll be completed, but hit immediately and dropped. And Devin Meza with the catch, but it will be a loss on the play of about 4 yards. Make it 3 yards.
That was too low. Uh-oh. He just went down. Look at this, the way he went down. He's grabbing his knee.
Who is?
Robles. He's laughing right here. Look at him. He was running out.
Oh, he was running out on the field.
Yeah, he was running out to the field.
So Gio Robles, freshman, is laying on the field. We can't really see him too well with all the players in front of him, but as George said, he was running out on the field when it looked like his knee may have just collapsed on him.
Just trotting out.
So we'll have timeout on the field. We'll check on that with 3:20 to go in this third quarter play. It's the Tigers 7 and the Wildcats 7.
This is Jason Jackson, and I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these two issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Back out here at Shimamoto Simpson Stadium here in Imperial, and the injured player on the field, freshman wide receiver Gio Robles, who had finally got into a lineup last week after being injured.
Yeah.
And got a couple of passes. He gets up, and he's going to go off on his own.
Oh, good.
Maybe just kind of twisted it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good to see him walking on his own power over the sideline.
I do that every day.
It might be a cramp.
I hope it's a cramp.
He's got the Frankenstein look, so I think it might be a cramp. The left leg.
Yeah, the way he went down, though, he's looking back to the sideline. That's not good. Well, he's out of shape, though.
Yeah, because he's been sitting out because of the injury. Second down and 13 from the 21 for the Tigers. Tiernan gets the snap, back to pass. Got to get rid of it quick. He does. Devin Meza will get the catch. He'll try to break a tackle, won't be able to do it. He'll get up to the 25-yard line, maybe to the 27.
Okay, he was reaching out. He was reaching out to get a little more yardage, but
it'll be the 27, so it'll be a 6-yard gain. So third down and 7 from the 27.
Just taking so long to get that ball there to him. I wish I could get it there a little bit sooner.
It's a good thing he got out as quick as he did, though, throwing it. I don't know who was coming in from the backside for the Wildcats. Yeah, he
was watching the two defenders right here.
He about got into him. So it's a third down and 7 from the 27 for the Tigers. Back to pass Tiernan. Pump fake. Goes over the middle. It overthrows his intended receiver. He gets knocked down hard after the ball. Was it Seth?
Yeah, Seth.
And it will fall incomplete. Third to make a fourth down. Wait, there was just no way that was going to be completed. It was too high.
No, no chance. He's only 5 foot tall. No chance. Strong as a knot.
Seeing Gio trotting on the sidelines, so maybe we'll see him get back.
There it goes again. That's what he did right there. Exactly what he did. You see the way he went down?
Yeah. It's almost like he stubbed his foot.
Yeah.
And then went down. Wow. In for the punt, Gonzalez, and Ethan gets another good one off. It's going to go back to the 30-yard line and taken there by Camillo. And Camillo around the right side. Good open tackle at the 40-yard line. He comes up with that.
Victor Valenzuela. Right. Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love the way he fought that blocker off and then was able to make the tackle.
Yeah, he needed to on that. That was open field. If he gets by him, he might get 3 yardage.
He had a steam going forward, that's for sure.
2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tied score 7-7. The Wildcats and the Tigers.
Now JJ comes out empty. See if it's a cramp. Yeah, it's a cramp. JJ Jimenez just came out frantic.
Under center. Take the handoff, rolling out to his right to Gutierrez. He has nowhere to go. Tiger's going to stuff him.
He lost about a yard.
And they're going to say got back to the line of scrimmage. So, they're going to say got to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. Second down at 10.
64.
Good step up by the Tigers there.
Yeah, that was a good job by Max Alvarez. Stayed home, and they came right at him. Yeah, that was ugly from the beginning there for Brawley.
23 yards on 8 carries for Gutierrez at quarterback. And as we mentioned, came into the game averaging 10 yards a carry and 470 total yards rushing on the season. So go back to the shotgun formation. The Carranza to the right side of Gutierrez. Takes their time, gets the snap, back to pass. Has some time. Throws it over the middle. As the receiver goes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Washington.
Right, Washington at the 45-yard line, incomplete, third down and 10 from the 40.
No, that was behind him. That was a tough catch. I'm trying to see who went in for JJ, or 18. Romo. Daniel Romo went in.
Middle of the 6th inning, so Padres leading at 2-1 against the Dodgers in that. We thank you, Leota, for keeping us up to date on that, the baseball. So it is, third down and 10. Crowd starting to get into it. Chan now defense, smashing their feet onto the grandstand here. Gutierrez will have Carranza again to his right side from the shotgun. Looks to his left, goes back to pass. Has to roll out to his right, gets flushed out. We'll have to run it. And he won't get it. He'll get stopped 2 yards short at the 48-yard line. And with the Wildcats on a 4th and 2, they're going to need a punt.
Pablo Moreno hit him hard. He hit him up in the head area. That might have been a penalty. He is back to punt.
4th and 2. And Carranza will be back to punt. Deep to receive Seth Shaw. Seth's inside the 20-yard line.
Right at 30 seconds. Third quarter.
And they'll be able to get this barely off. Good snap this time. Gets the punt off. It's going to be a high one. It's going to hit at the 20-yard line. Everybody's going to get away from it.
Get away.
And the Wildcats will tap it. It'll go inside the 10-yard line. So a great punt by Carranza to put it inside the 10-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 with 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter play.
Right at 14.5 seconds to the end of the third quarter.
And the ball was down to the 8-yard line. So twice the Tigers had the ball inside their own 10 to start a drive.
We got to move it out of here.
Yeah, we got to get some offense going here.
Even if we get some room for a good punt from our Bigfoot.
So 10 and the quarterback will have Shaw to his right side. Now moves over to his left in the shotgun. Going to get the snap. Going to hand it off to Shaw. He'll be stuck right at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards out to the 10, and that should bring this third quarter of play to an end as the clock rolls down, and that'll be it. After 3 quarters of play here in Imperial, it's the Tigers 7, the Brawley Wildcats 7.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Is checking in, and Bill Teets doing double duty again tonight, listening to us, calling the game, and watching their nephew and the Mater Dei Monarchs play Orange Lutheran, or Ulu as they call them. Mater Dei up 22-0 at almost halftime there as well. So thanks for listening in with us, Bill, back in Missouri. Elijah Brown, his nephew, is the quarterback of the #1 team in the country.
That is awesome.
That's amazing, isn't
So
it?
right here, maybe, wait, started here. He wasn't major.
Yeah.
Good to have you listening to.
That's a backward pass. That's a backward pass, and it barely got out of bounds. It's again that option that they run, and then CJ will pull up and throw a little like a bubble screen out to the side, but that ball is going backwards, and that's a fumble. You count it that way.
Yeah, the last 3 times they've done that, he's either thrown short or long. Okay, so it is a backwards pass.
Yeah,
but it just goes out of bounds.
But it goes out of bounds.
Yeah. But they didn't
have to think about it because that could be construed as a fumble and it goes out where it went out of bounds. When you think about it, it's not a pass because it goes backwards. Now just determine whether it actually went backwards or not, and that's I think what the referees are looking at. And that's what's going to be. Yep. The ball's going to go back, so that's going to be considered a fumble, and we'll pull it back inside the 10-yard line to about.
Third down, though, or is it second? So we ran one play there. This is
that'll be third down, right? Where do they have it? 5-yard line? So it'd be a loss of 3 back at the 5. Or no, loss of 5 on that actually. And we'll have to give that to Tiernan on the -5. So third down, 12 from around the 5-yard line. Yeah, that's a dangerous. You can't throw backwards. I like the idea of that pass, but you have to throw it forward. So if you don't complete it, it's just an incompletion.
Unless you're going to pass from there,
right?
And I still think that if they could give that ball to Seth on something like that, he's got a heck of a gun on him.
But how quick can they do it before Brawley's defense can react? Because they're pretty quick on defense. So third down and long for the Tigers, back to their own 5. Back to pass Tiernan. Rolls out to his left, and there's nobody there except for Robert Platt is going to tackle him at the 2, and the Tigers are going to have punt from the end zone. So that's going to be another loss of 3, and the Tigers will have to punt, and Ethan Gonzalez again is going to be called on to kick a long punt. He's going to have his heels in the back end zone.
I just thought it. Luis De La Torre. Remember how he used to run up to right, and then kick it?
Right. Australian rules.
There we go. There we go.
That's good snap back, and he gets the punt off a big rush. But he gets it off. It's going to take a Wildcat bounce, so the Tigers are going to have to touch it at the 35-yard line to 34. So the Wildcats again have great field position. The Tiger 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
Good snap, though. Have to get off a good snap on that.
Yeah, really give credit to the snap and for Ethan to get it off as quick as he has because he didn't have the full 15 yards.
Two steps.
Right. He's going to get rid of it fast, and he did. But
I wish it would have bounced this way, but it went straight up.
Yeah. So the Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at the Tiger 33-yard line in a tied score with 10:55 to go in the ball game.
Great job by both defense teams, so for both Tigers and the Wildcats.
And right up the middle, big buster. He's going to get the first down, still on his feet, inside the 15, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line before being brought down. And wow, he broke out quick on that one.
That's what I expected right there. That's what I was expecting from the beginning. They hadn't done it.
24-yard big buster by Tanner Carranza. And the Wildcats have the ball 1st and goal, Tiger 9.
Zach had him, too. Zach had him, and he got away from big Zach.
That's more than what he has carried all night long. It's doubled his output of the night, now with 42 yards rushing after that 24-yarder. Take the handoff. This time he Gutierrez on his own. He dives in. Touchdown, Brawley. Touchdown, Wildcat. And just like that, after getting a short field, 2 plays, touchdown, and the Wildcats lead for the first time tonight, 13-7.
Now we have to get it. We have to move the ball that last drive, and we couldn't do anything. Went the wrong way, in fact. We kept losing yardage. That hurt us. Right there. Great run by Carranza.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
And a good option that we've been talking about not seeing Gutierrez do. He does a great option there and runs it in himself. And for the extra point is Valenzuela. Ball is down. Kick is up. It's got to look good like 2. And it's good. With 10:18 to go in the ball game, it's now the Wildcats 14, the Tigers 7.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North J Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Scoring drive, it was a quick one. 2 plays, 33 yards, and they just needed 37 seconds off the clock. The 9-yard run by Ethan Gutierrez for the touchdown, and for him, that is his 3rd touchdown of the season. And the extra point by Valenzuela makes it 14-7 Wildcats, with 10:18 to go in the ball game.
We just got an update. Palo Verde 29. Oakville nothing still.
Valenzuela teeing it off to kick off. Deep receive for the Tigers will be Devin Meza.
I'd like to see him break one.
Yeah, with 2.
And he's had some good run backs on the 2 that he's gotten.
Everybody's taking their time, conversing a little bit down at the 20-yard line where the Tigers are getting ready to get to kickoff.
Or 2 refs are over here.
Right. I'm not sure what they're discussing. Wow. I'm not sure.
Well, they're all writing something, right?
Maybe it's the official time they're keeping on the field. Okay. I don't know. Not sure.
Is that
maybe? You know, yeah, it is.
It is.
So they might be anticipating an onside kick or a pooch kick and trying to tell the referees to mark if it's going to be a fair catch. Possibly. I don't know. Because he's not running very far to kick it off.
No. He's 5 yards away.
So I think it's going to be it's going to be a short old pooch kick. It's going to go out of bounds. The Tigers get at the 35-yard line. So that's kind of a mistake for the Wildcats, I would think there. He's got the capability of kicking the touchbacks.
Yeah.
And now instead of getting the Tigers the ball for 20, they get it to 35.
Green. We've always said that. Put all the green you can between
that's
on the end zone.
He's got 2 touchbacks this year. But they try a pooch kick that just literally goes straight out of bounds. So they'll have the ball trailing for the first time in the game, 14-7, with 10:18 to go in the ball game at their own 35-yard line.
They're probably thinking about, Mesa having those 2 good runs.
Possibly.
That would have been the back of their mind.
Mason Ray will come wide to the left. Perez and Nixon to the right. Perez in motion, handed off the middle to Shaw. Seth will get about 4 yards to the 39-yard line. Be a 2nd down and 6.
Willie Menders and Platt come by for the tackle. Bring Seth down.
Only a second carry of the second half after getting 9 in the first half. 49 yards total. Tigers just have 72 yards rushing in this ball game.
And we're missing Robinson, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He can get to the outside.
So Tiernan will have shot on his right side and will carry it himself. Design quarterback keeper breaks the tackle, will dive forward to about the 43-yard line, but a couple of yards short. But a 3rd down and 2 coming up for Imperial.
Yep, right at 2 yards. Got 9:15 to go in the ball game. We got Moreno coming in.
So Pablo Moreno coming in offense for Imperial. David Meza will come to the sideline. 9 minutes to go in the game. 3rd down and 2 from the 43 of the Tigers.
I just noticed Dominic Suarez down here.
Yeah,
we haven't called his name at all. But he hadn't played the last 2 games.
Handed off Shaw off the middle. Shaw's going to get stacked up. He will not make it. He'll get to the line of scrimmage and nothing more, and the Tigers will have to punt on a 4th and 2 from their own 43. There's just nothing there.
No. Where's that going to go? I'm trying to get a number. Give him a little shot out there.
So for the Tigers in the second half, that is their third and out. If they're not going to go, if they don't make the first down, and it looks like they may be going for it. With 8:22 to go, from your own 43, you got a punter like that. I don't think you get him way back away from the goal line, but the Tigers look like they might want to go for it, or maybe try to draw Brawley outside.
We don't.
Not get to call timeout.
That we've done that. Remember last year we got a few teams with that
clock running down. We're going to have to delay a game if we don't. We're not going to have enough time, so they're going to let the clock go and call timeout. So a timeout on the field. 7:52 to go in the ball game, and it's Brawley 14, Imperial 7.
Wake up with Kxo Café. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
So with a 4th down and 2 from their own 43, the Tigers elect to go for it. Tiernan from the shotgun will have Shaw to his left side. Trips right. And man in motion is Devin Meza. Handed off to Shaw up the middle. He's not going to make it. He's not going to go anywhere. It'll be no gain at all, and they're going to turn the ball over to the Wildcats. I just question that one.
I don't like that call.
I wouldn't have tried doing that.
Because it hasn't worked all night.
No, and when the Wildcats have the momentum, go get the punt, get it back, and hope your defense can stop them. Now they got a short field again. Their last drive was 33 yards. This time they're going to get the ball at the 43-yard line. And the Tigers have gone 3 and out 3 times in this second half of play.
I mean, there's no push-up line whatsoever.
No push totally penetrating the line. So 1st and 10 Wildcats from the Tiger 43 with 7:46 to go in the ball game.
They ran into
and up the middle, nowhere to go. It's going to be Carranza getting the carry, and he'll get lots of a yard. And it will be a 2nd down and 11 from the 44.
Yeah, Gutierrez and Carranza ran into each other. That gave Ethan Reeves an easy tackle there.
Yeah, just
a question.
Yeah. 2nd down 11 from actually at the 45-yard line. Take the handout this time. Gutierrez on the option around the left side. He'll be tackled at the 41. Give him a gain of 3. 3rd down now and about 8 to go. Make it 3rd and 7. Gutierrez 43 yards rushing on 11 carries, had the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown moments ago. At this point, though, you're really looking at 4-down territory for the Wildcats. With a 3rd down and 7 from the Tiger 41. Gutierrez in the shotgun with 6.5 minutes to go in the game. The Wildcats leading at 14-7. And a 3rd down and 7. Back to pass Gutierrez. Sets up in the pocket. Throws out to the far side, going to complete it right at the 1st down marker, but I don't think he's got it. It's a flat. He'll be at the 35-yard line, a gain of 6, but it's a 4th down and 1, and I said this would be 4-down territory, I'm sure.
Oh, hold on.
Did they say he was out of bounds?
He must have been out of bounds. Oh, they're bringing it back?
Yep, it's going to be out of bounds, so no, it'll be an incomplete pass.
Take that one away from Pablo then?
You got a 4th down and 7 from the 41. Still think it's 4-down territory. Ball at the 41-yard line. Time for the Tiger defense to get big right here and have the offense have some field position. Now the Wildcats will send out their punt team. Carranza's their punter, so he would stay in anyway. But Gutierrez goes to the sideline, and it will be a punt. David Meza will go back. He'll stand on the 10. Now he's going to come up. Now that's right. Goes over your head. Let it go. Maybe it'll go in the end zone. Carranza's just got a pooch punt it to the near side. Almost hits the Tiger, and then rolls all the way down into the end zone. It'll go a touchback. Wow, what a weird set of circumstances. Does it look like it touched the Tiger with the short punt?
It looked like it hit the Tiger.
And then it rolled into the end zone. So the Tigers let the ball at the 20-yard line. Wow, that was just a strange play. 6:16 to go in the ball game. The Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I was asking if he could replay that, because it sure looked like it did.
I could hit a Tiger?
Yeah.
On the leg, yeah. I thought it was really close to. He jumped in the air to try to stay away from it, and perhaps that's why it looked like it touched him. But
check this out.
Yeah, but you can't tell if it touched him or not. Yeah, it kind of moves away from
right by him.
Right by him. So 1st and 10 Tigers from the 20. This may be the game for them. They need to move the ball down the football field, and they haven't been able to do it in the second half. Really, they haven't moved it a whole lot since the first
couple of drives.
Tiernan hands it off Shaw up the middle. Shaw will dive forward for a couple of yards to the 22. 2nd down and 8.
That Shaw had for about 2 yards from the carry.
I think it was 32 that brought him down. Mario Casares for the Wildcats. Yeah, we should take it outside the tackle instead of trying to go beat it down the middle.
Tiernan hand it off again up the middle to Shaw. There's just nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Gain of a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 from the 23.
Sure missing Wolfgang Horner.
Oh, yeah.
Shaw dead on the carry.
I wonder how he's doing. I wonder if he's playing. Or if they set him out.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers at the 23, and the clock rolling. 5:12 to go.
Robles is out there.
Tigers trail by 7. So Gavin Robles will be in now at quarter. No,
he's coming out.
Yeah, right. Okay, so he came back out. So Tiernan the quarterback. Gio Robles.
Gio,
right. He goes out, split out to the left. And Devin Meza will be in the slot. Ray and Nixon as they empty the backfield. Back to passes Tiernan. Passes the far side. Incomplete. Short pass, though. Nixon was there. It's going to be broken up by the Wildcats, Gilbert Corrales Jr., and the Tigers will have to punt. 3rd straight 3-and-out for Imperial.
I just don't like the call. I don't like the offensive calls right now.
Yeah, even if that would have been on the money, it would have been tight to be able to get the 1st down on that. So once again, Ethan Gonzalez will be in for the punt. Number 3 ranked punter in the country. That's right, the whole United States. 51.7 yards coming into the game on average. Gets a good snap back. And to get the punt off. Not a good punt this time, though. It's going to bounce at the 43-yard line and again come taking a Brawley bounce back to the 40. And they'll get the ball once again with a short field, 1st and 10 at the Tiger 40-yard line. Remember, the Tiger took possession on their own 20. They only got 20 yards out of that. That's how the offense just hasn't been able to get anything in motion for Imperial.
No, it's great job by their Wildcat defense, though. Both teams are doing a great job on defense. Yeah. We just had a bad break on that tip drill over here.
Right. The flat cut the long catch on. Okay.
If it wasn't for that, it could still be 7-up.
Gutierrez under center. And the Wildcats jump offside. Legal motion, they got a 5-yard penalty. We'll bring it back to a 1st and 15 now at the 45. Boy, he knew it as soon as he jumped outside. We're going on the count of 2, not 1.
Yeah. And everybody's watching.
Everybody's watching. You're the only one who moves. Gutierrez. Spin move on the left to the left side. Tiger's going to bring a fumble. Tiger's pick it up. Here goes Zach Ray. Ray is going to go to the end zone. It's the foot race. Carranza was just short of the end zone. At about the 2-yard line, Zach Ray almost had a 3rd fumble recovery for touchdown in the last 3 games.
I didn't know Carranza could move like that.
Boy.
That's a speedster.
Zach Ray will get the return. Then we'll go 47 yards to about the 2-yard line. Wow. Worse than goal Imperial.
Somebody came, it was a 3, so I don't know if it was Campos or Moreno. Came out of nowhere and hit Gutierrez, Ethan Gutierrez. To cause the fumble.
Zach Ray, that's his first fumble recovery of the year. I don't know who made the tackle. Do you remember who made the tackle on that? Because someone forced the fumble. I don't know who that was.
Well, that's what I was
going to then Zach picked it up. So the Tigers will have it, 1st and goal at the 2. Trying to tie this ball game up.
Campos caught the fumble.
Good deal. He did a great job of making the stops for loss and then kicking the ball loose. Man in motion, hand it off around the left side. David Mays is going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Good job coming up on the tackle for Damian Abaca.
The 31?
And number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, came up, made a good stop. Actually, it was Perez that was the ball carrier, and it will go for a loss. But good defensive play on that by Abaca.
There was two defenders there.
Back at the 6, a loss of 4. Ouch. 2nd down and goal from the 6 now. The 2nd carry for Ollie tonight, that's a 21-yarder, really. So 2nd down and goal from the 6. Imperial.
Little slant right there to Nick. One-on-one.
Tiernan under center. Man in motion. Hand it off Shaw. Gets hit immediately. They were just waiting. They were just waiting for that play as Chris Camillo comes in and just pounded him. Good form tackle right there.
That was beautiful.
It was.
That was beautiful.
But they were just waiting for that. They were waiting for that call, and Imperial did it.
Just like there was no blockers there.
Right. He just came right straight through him. I don't know whether he anticipated it or what, but man, that was just a hit. It's going to be another loss of a yard, 3rd down and goal from the 7.
We got to have 2 shots into the end zone, Nick.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes to go. I mean, Tigers got to do something now. Trips left this time for Imperial. Meza, Nixon, and Perez. Hand it off Shaw over the left side. Shaw's going to be stopped short by a yard at the 1.
What?
No, I take it back at the 5. Just outside the 5. And a timeout on the field. 2:39 to go in the ball game. It's the Wildcats 14 and the Tigers 7.
Bo and his team of employees at Dad's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
Update some scores for you while we finish up this timeout. As far as the Dodgers-Padres, middle of the 7th. Padres 2, Dodgers 1 still. Kind of funny checking it up in Idaho. 59 degrees up there.
Hey.
Welcome from Middleton, Idaho, Kyler. And Calexico 29, Southwest 7 in the 3rd quarter. It's Palo Verde 29, Holville 0 in the 3rd quarter in that one. And Vincent Memorial last report in the 2nd quarter, 26-0 over Calipatria. It's pretty much as a game, George, when you really think about it with 2:39 to go. 4th and goal from the 6, and the Tigers are going to go for it. Tiernan will be in the shotgun with Shaw to his right side. A long 6 yards right there, I tell you. It could be tough. Trips right for Imperial with Meza, Ray, and Robles. Tiernan, back to pass. That's up. Going to throw the corner of the end zone for Robles, who
Touchdown.
makes the catch.
Touchdown.
Makes the catch. The freshman will reach up and make the catch, and the Tigers are within a point of tying the ball game up.
He out-jumped him. That's all he did. That's all he did. And we knew that height was going to come into play, and his hops.
First catch of the night, and it's a touchdown. And the Tigers are within the extra point of tying it up. Tiernan with the second touchdown pass of the night. And, yeah, utilize that height and jumping ability.
I like the way Robinson picked him up and drug him to the sideline. That was good.
Did he fall down again? Extra point is up, and it's good. With 2:23 to go in the ball game. It's Imperial 14, Brawley 14.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape Restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
4 plays and 4 yards. We have some losses, but it ends up being a 6-yard touchdown pass from C.J. Tiernan to Gio Robles. His first varsity member. First touchdown, impressive one at that. Big one. Kickoff is going to go out to the 5-yard line. Wildcats will bring it out from there to the 20-yard line, 25 to the 30, and then brought down just shy of the 35-yard line. Right to who it was on the far side. He brought that back. It might have been Arbaka.
I think it was the Barca. You see, and J.J. Jimenez is the one that brought him down.
So 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go, and the Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Quick update. We got Palo Verde over Holville 35-0. Calexico over Southwest 37-7.
Gutierrez will hand off to take the hand off. He kept it there himself and be brought down. Ethan Reed. Wow, what a job of grabbing him and just pulling him down by his shirt. It'll be a loss back to the 32. Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12.
What timing? What timing?
Wow, he got in there quick. Rock continues to roll down under 2 minutes to go. Dare I say overtime?
Ooh, look like it. I sure hope so.
2nd down and 12 from the 32 for the Wildcats.
Or a pick.
Six would be nice. Back to pass. Gutierrez is going to pass it. Going to complete it to Robert Platt just shy of the 40-yard line. They're going to put it at the 40, so it'll be a gain of 8. 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Clock still running. 125.
So 3rd down and 4 from the 40.
You hear him over here. They're saying there he wasn't even close to the 40. Why would they give him at the 40?
He was between the 39 and 40, so yeah, but he was pretty good. Gutierrez in the shotgun, gets the snap, goes back to pass. That's up. Going to pass to the far side, going to complete it at the 48-yard line, then getting into Tiger territory to the 49 was Washington, and that'll be a 1st down for the Wildcats.
Oh, it looked like he was trying to get more yardage. Almost stayed in bounds there.
Got 11 yards on that one. 1st and 10. For Washington, that's just the 2nd catch of the game. 59 seconds to go. Clock stopped. The ball went out of bounds.
Who's just rolling? Oh, you hear?
So 1st and 10 from the Tiger 49-yard line. Under center's Gutierrez. Gutierrez landed off up the middle. Breaks open again. And it's a foot race, and the Tigers are going to bring him down from behind at the 22-yard line. But again, a big gainer up the middle by Tanner Carranza.
Great run by Carranza. Right up to go. We got a timeout phone.
And a timeout on the field with 51 seconds to go. It's the Tigers 14 and the Wildcats 14.
This is Jason Jackson, and I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these two issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IBC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IBC's Kitchen Pantry, Housing Program, Career Services Support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
First and 10 Wildcats from the Imperial 19-yard line. Gutierrez will be under center. Quick pitch to the left side to Carranza. Carranza tries to turn the corner. The Tigers are going to jump, get him out of bounds at about. They're going to mark it around the 17, maybe.
Real close to it, yeah.
Yeah, 16 yards, right? So it'll be a gain of 3. Second down and 7 from the 16. Stops the clock with 44 seconds to go in regulation. Bonds now with 74 yards on 13 carries unofficially. But of that 74, he had a 24-yard and a 30-yarder in the second half.
Mm-hmm. It was all in the second half. Tigers held in the first half. Did a great job.
Second down and 7 from the 16.
Same
play. Pitch again, right? Carranza on the left side, and he gets hit hard by Zach Ray, who comes up and lays a hit on him after a gain. Actually, going to be no gain on the play.
Yeah,
maybe a loss of a yard, in fact. Be a loss of a yard on the play. And it stops the clock with 35 seconds to go. Tigers 14 and the Vikings, the Wildcats 14.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavors. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So, come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Pass in the corner of the end zone to Robert Platt will bounce incomplete. Who's back on defense? Villacampos. And he comes up popping off the field. It looked for a moment like Platt was going to get it over his head, but he couldn't bring it down. Yeah.
He had it. Platt had it.
Yeah. That was a good pass. Gutierrez put a great
right
pass
over the defender again.
Fourth down and 9 now from the 18.
Field goal? I thought he was coming in with the T. Oh, they are going for the field goal.
Go for a field goal. This is going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt.
You call time? We got one left?
I would. If you got one, I would. Try to ice him. Alex Whalen. The Tigers will call timeout with 27 seconds to go in the game. It's the Tigers 14 and the Wildcats 14.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North J Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
35-yard field goal attempt coming up. Looking at some other scores around the valley. Final score, Palo Verde 35, Hobo 0. So the Yellow Jackets win the second in a row Desert League Championship. It's Calexico 37, Southwest 7 in the fourth quarter. Just some updated scores for you. Valenzuela will have Gutierrez on the hold. He's got the leg to kick it.
Yeah, we got.
It's a 35-yarder.
Then we've got a strong wind.
And a little bit of a breeze coming out of the southeast. This is going to the north end of the stadium. Ball is down. The kick is up. Is it long enough? No, it hits the crossbar and bounces back. It's no good.
Look at this right here.
You're only looking at about 6 inches difference between making it and not. And it hit the crossbar and bounced back. Wow.
Can you believe that?
Wow. Man, just a little bit more leg and that goes through. It was that close. But it's still a 14-14 game, and the Tigers have 22 seconds to go to try to get something done to keep this from going to overtime.
Little flea flicker. What do we got to do?
Wow.
Remember that flea flicker we had with Mr. Gary?
Oh, yeah.
Little curl, and then the running back would come out. Curl pass, and it'll toss back to the running back.
Hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder. Here we go.
Hook and ladder. Tigers are just going to take a knee and go to overtime. So it'll go to overtime. We haven't had an overtime game in quite some time.
Years.
I remember going to overtime up at Torrey Pines High School, the Tigers in Santa Fe Christian. Is that the last overtime we've done? Like in 2017 or so. Been a while ago. Wow. So we're going to overtime in Imperial. The score, Imperial Tigers 14, the Brawley Wildcats 14. We'll be back with the overtime in just a moment.
Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast, from omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m., from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here at Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
So what they'll do is they'll have the captains come out. They will flip a coin to determine who will get the football first. Each will get the ball at the 25-yard line. They'll start from there, just as if you're playing the game. I'm just trying to go through and see if I could find where that game was or when it was against Santa Fe Christian. Remember, it was up at Torrey Pines, and it was in the fog. Remember that?
Oh, yes. Oh, that's been a while.
I don't remember one since then.
We had a...
Zach Ray will go out as our captain for Imperial, and they're flipping the coin out to determine who will get it first.
I'd like to see some passes to Nixon or Robles. I think they can out-jump everybody in the practice there.
Well, it's not a game tonight to watch, that's for sure.
Oh, man. Not that we're getting home early.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you'll be 9 o'clock here. On the way home. Check on that Dodger score, that's what I'll do.
There you go.
Top of 9. Still 2-1.
Still 2-1 Padres, okay. Thank you, Lee, for checking in on that for us.
Okay, we'll get the ball first. On the north end zone.
Imperial will receive the ball first as we enter the overtime.
And Lewis apparently got the win tonight against Denison. Is that correct? Like the way he was telling us, he was at that game and listening to us. All the games being played. So here we go. Each team will get a shot at the 25-yard line. If you win the coin toss, you want to go second, if you can.
Okay.
You know, let the other team, whatever they can do, whether they can get a field goal or a touchdown, at least you know what to work with.
Okay, they're
going to the north field, and I believe Imperial's going to have a football first. And they will go toward the north. Again, it'll be from the 25-yard line. And the Tigers will just be like it's a 1st and 10, and you'll try to go from there. The second time these two teams have been in overtime. Imperial beat them in the other overtime period up in Brawley back in 2011. It was a 37-31 game, if I remember right, something like that. 38-31.
I don't remember.
1st and 10 for Imperial from the 25-yard line, going left to right toward the north part of the stadium. They do have a little bit of a breeze. Oh, I think with Ethan's leg, that really doesn't matter. Wow, that field goal is just inches, literally inches short. Yeah. And I mean, it was right down the middle. It hit right in the middle of the crossbar.
Perfect.
And bounced back. Bounced up in the air and bounced back.
You would have bounced that way.
Yeah, it could very easily have just gone the other way. Here we go. Overtime. First time in years for the Tigers. They get the ball first. Tiernan under center. We'll have Shaw behind him. Hand off over right tackle to Shaw, and Shaw's going to get a little bit of a push, but not much. Maybe a yard or two. Give him a couple of yards on. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 from the 23.
Matthew Gutierrez brought it down. There's a tug of war there.
You'd like to get, ideally, you'd like to get a touchdown, obviously, but at least get a field goal, if nothing else, and then have your defense hold Brawley is what they'll need to try to do. 2nd down and 8 from the 23.
I'll take the 6 instead.
You betcha. Turner will go back into the pistol now with Shaw behind her, trips left. And the Tigers move, left guard moves. And so we'll move that back 5.
See which way they call it.
Yeah, hopefully the procedure against the Tigers. That'll make it a 2nd down now and 13 from the 28-yard line. That hurts. That hurts.
I know they jumped. I don't know if he went past the ball.
But you as an offensive lineman, you're not supposed to move. No matter what they do. Nope. So 2nd down now and 8, or 2nd down and 13 from the 28 for Imperial. And then we'll have his receivers on the left side. They're tripled up over there to move out further. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. Going to carry it himself. Going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 3rd effort. He'll get back to the 25. But the Tigers look now at a 3rd down and 10 from the 25.
They did a good job. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage.
And got 3 out of it.
Yeah, he still got 3 out of it. We got a timeout, Tigers.
So a timeout on the field. In overtime, it's the Tigers 14 and the Wildcats 14.
Bo and his team of employees at Dad's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dad's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dad's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape Restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
So the Tigers have a third down and 10 from the 25-yard line in overtime. Their first possession of overtime probably will get their chance once Imperial is finished, no matter how it's finished. Tiernan will move Shaw from the right side to the left side of it in the shotgun. Gets the snap, back to pass. Looks, goes into the corner of the end zone, has a receiver, incomplete. Bounces off the hands of Robles in the end zone. And a penalty flag is down.
Where? I don't see it.
Coming back to, and it might be a hold on the defense of keeping the receiver from going down the field. Let's see. Pass interference. Imperial. Wow, so they'll take that penalty. Well, they may just leave it as a 4th down and 10 from the 25. Let's see what they call.
Yeah, he's declining. The coach is declining.
Yeah, I would too. Now you got to go for it. You going to try for a long field goal or try to get a touchdown?
How long a field goal is this?
To get it from there, it would be from the 32. It would be a 42-yarder. It'd be a career long.
He got hit hard. He had it. Looks like he had it. The second defender came in hit hard.
So the Tigers are going to go for the field goal, and Gonzalez will be in. It'll be from the 32-yard line, so this is a 42-yard attempt. He has kicked 3 from outside of 36 this year. Ball is down, and there's going to be a penalty flag. Is this going to go against Imperial? Offsides, Brawley. That's going to make it 5 yards closer. So now we're going to be looking at a 37-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, he jumped. He crossed the line of scrimmage. 18.
Are we wanting to try to get there to block it?
Yeah.
So they'll put the ball down now at the 27-yard line. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Tiernan will be the holder. And Ethan Gonzalez will be in for the field goal attempt. Ball is down. The kick is up. And it is good. It is good. 37-yarder. And the Tigers now lead at 17-14. We'll be back with Brawley's possession in just a moment.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
So now the Wildcats will have their opportunity. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll also be going toward the north, so both teams will have the same opportunities going the same direction. Handoff. Take the handoff. Gutierrez is going to keep it. He'll get a couple of yards, not much more than that. Zach Ray comes up to put the stop on. Gain him a couple, 2nd down and 8.
Great read by Zach. He didn't take the fake to Carranza.
2-yard gain for Gutierrez. That gives him 43 on the game. 23 of that in the second half, 20 in the first half. Pretty well held him at bay on 13 carries. 2nd down and 8 from the 23. Gutierrez will now come back into the shotgun with Carranza to his right. Right next to him. Back to pass Gutierrez. Has lots of time, no pressure. As rolls out to his right, looks downfield. He's going to run it. He's going to run it to the 10, to the 5, and stopped inside the 5. Now remember, that's a 1st and goal. If the Wildcats score a touchdown, they win it.
That's it.
So Gutierrez gets a lot of run on that. He'll get down. They're going to mark it at the 4-yard line. So that's going to be a 19-yard gain, but 1st and goal to 4. Tiger defense really has to step up now.
Yeah, Aiden was upset over here. He's being held big time. He's looking at the ref. Throwing his hands up.
From the 4-yard line, Carranza, the lone tailback, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a handoff to him and watch him bowl. And off left side, Carranza. It stood up at the line of scrimmage, and nothing there.
Back again.
Maybe a gain of a yard. Gain of a yard. Second down and goal from the 3.
Zach is bumped up right now. Who's that? Yeah, Campos. That's a cramp.
Second down and goal from the 3. Tigers leading 17-14, but the Wildcats have a second and goal from the 3-yard line. Cats come up to the line. Gutierrez will be under center once again, and Carranza the lone tailback. They'll go to a double wing formation.
Going under center, too. Little fumble, I'd like to see right now.
Quick pitch on the left side. Camillo will be hit and drives. I don't think he made it. No. He stopped just short of the goal line, and it'll be a third and goal from the 1 or inside the 1. Gain of a couple on that. Good play call.
Hey, well,
defense really stepped up on that.
I thought he had it. They even missed in on the tackle, but I couldn't get the other number. Just 2 Tigers.
The 1-yard line, though. Inside the 1, actually. Third down and goal. From inside the 1. Quarterback keeper from under center. And they have a yard to go. That's what I would think about doing, because it's not even 2 feet from the goal line. Gutierrez will go under center, and now timeout's going to be called on the field by the Wildcats. It's in overtime. Imperial 17 and Brawley 14.
This is Jason Jackson, and I'm running to return to the El Centro City Council. Are you tired of reading about crime in El Centro? Are you tired of having to deal with an ever-increasing homeless population? Me too. This is my home, and over the last 2 years, I have been frustrated over the lack of leadership in addressing these 2 issues. I have a proven track record of solving our city's issues, and with your help, I will bring my leadership and experience back to El Centro. I will work to address the safety of our residents and businesses, and I will work with stakeholders in addressing and reducing our homeless population. So on November 8th, vote Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council 2022.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. Kxo El Centro.
Final score in the baseball game, the Padres 2, Dodgers 1. Padres take a 2-1 lead in that series.
That's what I was worried about, too.
Third down and goal to go for the Wildcats inside the 1-yard line. Gutierrez handed off Carranza on the left side. Touchdown. That's the ball game. So Carranza will score from 1 yard out, and the Wildcats will win it by a final score of 20-17.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
no class. Guess I shouldn't have said that.
Well, they're lining up to congratulate the other teams. You have to give them that. So the Wildcats took no time to go on up on the middle of the eye in the middle of the field, but they're there to congratulate the Tigers. Wow, what a hard-fought game between both these teams. Coming into this one, you've got an upper division school with the Wildcats and the Tigers rolling 6-1, a 6-1 record coming into the game, and you had high hopes and come so close. And it ends up with a final score of 20-17 with the Wildcats. We have a Tiger that's down in the end zone, too. Put the glasses on and see who it might be. Via Campos. Yeah. So that's the ball game. And the Wildcats are going to pick up their second win in IVL play. While the Tigers will drop to 1-1 and will host Centro next week here in Imperial. And then the final game will be at Southwest 2 weeks from tonight. Just hard game and a hard one to lose. Tigers jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead on their initial drive of the game, a 4-play 62-yard drive, and was capped by a 20-yard touchdown pass from Tiernan to Meza. And with extra points, the Tigers led 7-0. It would be that way all the way till 17 seconds left of the first half. And a 6-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Gutierrez to Robert Platt on a 4-play 53-yard drive. and it was 7-7 at the half. Brawley took the lead at 14-7 with a 2-play 33-yard drive, short field for the Tigers, and it would be capped by a 9-yard run by Ethan Gutierrez, and the Wildcats led 14-7. But this plucky Tiger team came back to tie it up at 14-14 with 2:32 to go in the game on a 4-play drive that went 4 yards after the fumble recovery and run by Zach Ray. The touchdown from Tiernan to Gio Robles, and you're going to hear his name a lot. He's just a freshman, and he gets his first varsity touchdown, and that tied the game up with 2:32 to go and win it to overtime. The Tigers would initially take the lead on a 37-yard field goal by Ethan Gonzalez, and for that, as far as field goals for him, he's now 7 of 8 on the year, and he's had now 4 of them outside of 36 yards. And that put the Tigers up by a score of 17-14, but then just moments ago, a touchdown run by Tanner Carranza from a yard out on a 3rd and goal, and the Wildcats will pick up a 20-17 win. For the victorious Wildcats, Ethan Gutierrez would end up passing, count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 21 for 137 yards in the game. Robert Platt, the leading receiver, would have 4 catches for 54 yards on it. And then you look at the rushing department, Tanner Carranza, 16 carries, 74 yards and a touchdown. Ethan Gutierrez, 14 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Camillo, 3 for 21. Damian Abarca, 1 for 1 yard. So a total of 275, 137, 158 rushing, and 137 passing, for a total of 295 yards unofficially. And the Tigers just couldn't move the ball after that initial drive. They just kind of sputtered. 50 yards passing, 2 interceptions out of that, and would complete 8 of the 14 for 50 yards. There was 3 receptions by Devin Meza for 23 yards. Seth Shaw would have 1 for 8 yards. Zach Ray, 1 for 7 yards. Jared Nixon, 1 for 5 yards. That'd be pretty much it for the 50. And then rushing, it'd be pretty much Seth Shaw, 53 yards on 17 carries. Kiernan, 8 carries, 9 yards. Perez, 2 carries for 17 yards. So the Tigers, 79 yards rushing and passing at 50, so unofficial total of 129. We just haven't been able to get an offense that, our defense has done such a great job on defense. But on offense, we've really sputtered a lot this season, so we've got to figure out what that is. And with the Spartans coming in next week, after having the week off, that makes it tough.
Not a point against them. Yeah. We can't do this against them.
No. We've got some defensive stats for us. We'll get over those, and then we'll call this.
Well, we got David Mesa and Zach Ray leading the Tigers with 9 each. Then I have Pablo Moreno with 6. And then we have Villacampos, Ethan Reeves with 5. And then 4 for Seth Shaw and Max Alvarez. 3 here for J.J. Jimenez. And we got 1 each for Jose Apodaca, and Aiden Shields. But we did a good job.
Yeah,
especially that first half. Yeah. For the run, we stopped them.
So the Tigers, both teams actually end up the night with the same record, 6-2. As the Wildcats increased to 6-2, the Tigers dropped to 6-2. And Wildcats now 2-0 in league play. Imperial drops to 1-1 in league play. And Centro will be in town next week. Robles still limping. I've got to figure what that is, but as a freshman ball player, that catch he made was unbelievable.
Beautiful.
And he made another one last week that was pretty good.
He laid out. He laid out and grabbed that.
Yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to this Tiger team, and came also very close tonight, but will go down in defeat. We thank all of our sponsors for making this opportunity for you, and KXO, of course, and Gabe Lamoose back in the studio, Kurt Hoffman upgrading us with the scores. In fact, did we do that at the end of the game, get all the scores in? Let's try that one more time just to let you know how the other teams did, and we thank Kurt for that. And they include Calexico final now, 44-7 over Southwest. And final score, Palo Verde 35, Hobyo 0. Did not get an updated score on the Calipatria. That was a tough one to get. Vincent 26-0 over Calipatria last report. And the Padres defeated the Dodgers 2-1 tonight to take a 2-1 lead in the National League Division Series.
Two tough losses today.
Yeah.
Two tough losses.
That was a tough one. That was one that, like I said, came ever so close. But handed to the Wildcats, they came through when they needed to come through on that.
Yep.
And just
okay. I don't even know what to say anymore.
One of those things. Yeah. Anyway, we thank everybody for listening in. We enjoy having you with us on Friday nights, and we'll be back again next Friday night as the Central Spartans come into town.